Today's episode of the Nateland podcast is brought to you by Gametime, Rocket Monday, Indeed, and Athletic Greens. Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay. Welcome, everybody. This is a pre-recorded episode because we are somewhere. Y'all are hunting lions. What are y'all doing? Big game hunting?
I'm going to be looking for anteaters, the most violent ones, and see if they can beat an emu.
I don't think you want to walk up on an ant. I don't think you do. So why are we pre-recording this? Because there's a few things. 'Cause we're shooting the...
Yeah, it's kind of a complicated, but I think in a couple of weeks you're out of town.
Yeah.
So we're doing 2 today, and this one's going to air next week, and then the one we're taping next week is going to air the following week.
Yeah.
Because it's a quick turnaround.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's it. Because we're shooting all those specials too next week, so that's why.
Right.
All right. You think people are like, yeah, man, just do the show.
We don't care.
I like to let everybody understand what's happening. I think it's,
You also were genuinely trying to get to the bottom of it.
I didn't know. Yeah.
And now we know.
Yeah. We pre-recorded some ads, so y'all are going to enjoy those next week.
Yeah.
Which will be an episode that's not even recorded yet.
That's true.
That's true. But they were a whole thing. So,
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. It was a wild
You
experience.
can look at these guys. They're still recovering.
We're sitting at the table. Everybody raise your hand if you had a problem with the ads. 1, 2.
I enjoyed the ads. I don't know if I
were
could say I
fun.
had a problem with it. I enjoyed them.
Enjoyed it too much.
Enjoyed it too much.
Well, we were mid ad read. We were already laughing a little bit, and then as I'm trying to get it back together, I'm starting to read, and Brian goes,
I mean, he pulls the mic in.
That is a very funny way, like to have a mic out.
Yeah.
And then just the opposite of everything, and you're just like, hold on, let me get a drink. And then,
I couldn't hold it together. The slurp entered my head.
yeah.
But we're not going to talk about animal fights this week
Yeah.
because it's pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded. So, but this is coming out next week. No,
Well,
2 weeks.
For us, this is coming out next week, but they don't know that, so it'll
Yeah.
be the week of.
The week of. So this is...
It's today.
It's today.
Yeah.
Oh. So everybody listening, they should know this episode is coming out today. Right now.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, we talked about animal attacks, or the thing. I was going to say we were going to talk about it again.
Yeah.
But just so you know, I'm sure you're fired up thinking, hey, today was the animal attack day. And so, but because we had to pre-record this and the way it works out, we do want input from y'all. So we're giving you another week to give input.
Well, next week we're pre-recording also. So.
Oh, man. Wait,
But we'll have input from...
Well, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yes.
yeah, because next week we're recording. Oh, yeah, we can do it next week because next week.
Right.
So the Wednesday you're listening to this. Oh, wait, we'd have already recorded.
The longer the explanation goes on, the more confusing it gets.
The Wednesday.
Someone have a time machine?
Let's do the ad reads again.
So the day this comes out is we're recording the pre-record Tuesday before that.
I think that's true, right?
Yeah.
So we won't know.
So we won't know the animal attacks, but we could talk about the animal attacks because people would have.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes, people would have emailed stuff in.
Yeah.
So.
It's a real web.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're following,
Who's on
it
first?
would be like if someone was trying to attack us during this podcast. I mean, I am like trying to help them out as much as possible by telling, like, I'm going, here's how our scheduling. I'm going to tell you exactly where and when. So yeah, look, that's all stuff that should be talked behind doors.
Yeah.
And I guess I got it out there. It's out. It shouldn't be your worry about when the people listening, they should not have to. We like to put a lot on their plate too, though. I'm a big believer in that. You make sure if everybody is getting to listen to this, they have to have as much on their plate as we do. That's not a solid move. I mean,
Yeah.
that is a solid move.
It's only fair.
It's only fair that they need the weight of the world on their shoulders too.
I know I'm confused.
Yeah. One of these, Dusty's is not going to be here.
Yeah.
That's what's even crazy.
That is true.
So we're doing all this, and there's going to be a point when you're going to click on it, and someone else will be there.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of crazy.
I may even not be here, but then pop up and poorly read an ad.
There's
Yeah.
a chance of that.
Yeah.
There's a chance
Say
of that.
There's an above zero chance of that, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll be laughing like I'm in church, not supposed to be laughing.
What's above zero chance? That's how you say it? Is that like 100% chance?
No, it just means it's not impossible.
Oh.
It was an odd way to say it in
Yeah.
the moment, for sure.
Do you
I
say
was
that a
hoping
lot?
we'd moved on. I do say it. Maybe once a month I'll say that.
Oh, above zero.
Yeah, there's an above zero chance.
Is that a saying? Have you ever heard the saying?
Do you say 0 dark 30?
I've heard that saying.
That's a movie.
Well, I
Have
know,
you ever
but
heard
that's a
above
saying.
zero?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I can see Aaron saying it though. Once a
Oh
month.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see it.
A non-zero chance. But you know what I meant.
No, yeah. You
Well,
said it your own
anything
way.
ab-
I'm fine. I like you saying your
We
own
were
way.
talking this past with the Bridgestone weekend. I was in a room with Eric and Tony, who works. I think does he work with Outback.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony made a joke. He said, "I get the numbers mixed up. I think I have dyslexia." And I go, "That's actually dyscalculia."
Yeah.
And Eric just goes, "So you really like this, huh?"
Yeah, that's
I was
funny.
like, "Oh man, I guess."
Yeah. Is it dyscalculia?
Yeah,
That's
dyslexia for numbers.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be said in the moment, but
No. You're like a walking vacuum. You vacuum the fun out of every room. Are you always on? You just squeeze up some fun thing that gets floated around. Somebody tries to make a joke.
yeah.
No,
Was
you
it the-
made it fun.
Yeah, I like that. Was there something on the bus this weekend you said that kind of like that?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it was in our Bible talk or something. I don't know.
Oh, there was some. No, we got in a whole Earth, how the sun and
Yeah.
Earth and stuff, how solar eclipse.
Right.
There's something with the solar eclipse.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
and it.
Yeah, I forget what it was,
that was
but
a
it
good
was
point, though.
something about people living a long time in the Bible. You were like, they've just started to believe that they actually did live that long.
Right.
I think that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was the time I was on the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. Uh,
That was fun.
yeah, it was. Yeah, should have probably kept it, on the bus. If you all listening could have been there on the bus, you think y'all would have had a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's what we're
first 10
saying.
minutes of this podcast should have been outside.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a good chance 2 hours of every podcast should have been done outside. I mean, that's what our podcast is. Just a podcast that should be done outside before you walk in the room.
Prep.
Yeah, yeah. So these are going to read some of your comments, everybody. Donnie Chastain. Donnie Chastain. So with that name, Chastain, in my head, very affluent family is what I think.
The Chastain family. Yeah.
And Donnie is like, they don't talk to Donnie. And Donnie is like, and everybody's like, the Chastain? He's about like you, like the Chastains? And he goes, yeah, but and Donnie's whole family, they just never got in with the Chastains. That's like, that's how I'm picturing Donnie. And it's just like
it's not even Donald. It's always been Donnie.
it's Donnie. Yeah. They didn't even think of Donald. And just the Chastain, when the pictures of the Chastains are in the paper and all that stuff, like Donnie's, they're, like, we don't talk to him that much. And you go, but you're a fan of Donnie.
Right.
Yeah.
We like Donnie.
Donnie's who I'm hanging
He's
out
of the
with.
people.
He's of the people. But I mean, he's of the Chastains. But I mean, Donnie's in trouble a lot. And then, it has had his name in the paper as well, but not on the celebratory occasion as the other Chastains. It's usually, like kind of what happened last night picture or something like that.
Yeah.
I've watched every episode since the first one. Huge fan of each of you all. I was medically retired from the military after my second deployment. This is all ringing true so far. I struggle with PTSD and anxiety. Obviously, you fought for this country. This podcast has become my favorite show every week and has become a great social icebreaker. Thank you for an awesome 2-hour episode weekly. I should probably really read the comment before I...
Yeah, hopefully the intro to the comment didn't... He's like, I'm a huge fan. And you're like, oh, sorry, Donnie.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Take
Donnie.
his life apart. On the name.
But look, I'm going to say, Donnie, I said we were big Donnie fans.
Yep.
Right. We were.
This is the Chastains, his Chastain side. Donnie served this country.
He did.
And the Chastains are maybe the ones causing the problems of the
Yep.
country. And the Donnie is the one that serves it. And that's maybe the rift of the Chastain family. So it's the wealth of the Chastains are just, and Donnie just comes in here. And Donnie's a good dude. Donnie, when it all goes wrong, they're going to go call Donnie.
And you could have a name like mine where neither first nor last name rings of money or elegance.
No, Dusty Slay?
Yeah.
No,
You're not
it's-
like, the wealthy slays.
Yeah.
It sounds like a wrestler.
Yes.
And that's your biological name.
Yeah.
Sounds like and not even WWE.
Biological name.
You're the only one that would get that. You're the only one that would catch that.
Yeah.
Your birth name. Yeah.
No, it's his biology. You don't
Yeah.
think a guy born like that,
Yeah.
he had no choice but being named Dusty Slay.
I came out with a little card in my head.
Dusty's the first baby that was ever born that he decided his own name.
Life chose it for him.
Yes.
Is it Dustin?
I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Oh, you won't tell us.
I'll say this. My parents have never called me anything but Dusty.
Yeah.
So regardless of what they wrote down, they meant Dusty.
Yeah. You look at Big Brother as government, parent, anything that's just a little authority over you, you're always like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So your family might not even know your real name, your
They might-
biological
yeah.
name. Well,
Or I might not want them to know,
yeah. Maybe you don't even know.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Who does know? You know what I mean? What are birth certificates
Yeah.
anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Little sheets of paper that have been photocopied so much that you can barely read them.
Mm-hmm. And you got to keep them for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You got to hold on to them.
And social security cards that they say don't laminate. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to keep this intact all this time?
What do you
Yeah.
mean they don't laminate?
I think it says do not
Yeah.
laminate.
Why not?
I don't know, but
Can you laminate your birth certificate?
because you couldn't feel it. Because you couldn't feel it and maybe tell if it's real or fake.
Oh, same reason you can't laminate money.
But I've never had a social security card looked at like a $20 bill. Like, you've had a $20 bill like held
Yeah.
up to social security card. I mean, they're just like,
Well, it depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
You know, if you were
Imagine-
using it to get a loan, I bet they'd look into it.
But
Yeah.
you do it to get a license. I mean, you do it to get a name.
Not a license. Who cares about a license?
I know, but if you had a license that if you were doing something that was fake and you were doing something, no one's looked at your social security.
Uh-huh.
I bet you can get fake social security numbers and cards. I bet it's easy.
easy.
a couple
too.
of phone calls.
Oh, Dusty knows
Oh
something.
yeah.
I like that you said same reason you can't laminate money. Can you imagine someone showing up to a business with laminated money? This guy, how much is it? I got a couple of laminated bills here. They got a stack of cards.
That'd be a
Yeah.
clean, crisp
Yeah.
20, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, just to even have it in your pockets, what
Yeah.
would your wallet
It
look
doesn't
like?
fold like a wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to wear it like kids wear their name tag on.
Yeah.
You just walk around
You
showing
got-
your money off.
On a
You
lanyard,
gotta-
yeah.
A lanyard, yeah. But how much money do you got? Well, look.
Yeah.
And then they flip through it like it's
Like a baseball card.
Yeah.
Posters at the Walmart. Yeah.
No, I was saying, yeah. Where was the posters that in the mall? They had one store had posters.
Yeah.
that store?
Where they're big, like a big
Yeah.
book that you flip through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Topic? No, wait.
No, it
Hot
wasn't
Topic.
Hot Topic.
FYE?
No, it was an
No.
older store than that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Spencer's Gift.
Spencer's.
Spencer's, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a hot store.
Yeah, Spencer. Yeah, you shouldn't be going. That was an inappropriate store to go to.
Yeah.
And when you're a young kid,
I
you
bought a
might-
fart machine from a Spencer's when I was
Yeah.
in middle school. I had some good times
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
It was a good summer, dude.
Spencer's gift. Yeah, Spencer's gifts is it's teenage boys are in there, and
Yeah.
it's like
It's more inappropriate as an adult.
Oh, yeah,
Like, I go in
yeah.
there now and I'm like, oh, what's going on in here?
mhm. As a kid, he was like, yeah. Dalton Locke recently moved back to Old Hickory, Tennessee. That last name makes complete sense. Dalton Locke sounds like someone I was going to guess is from Old Hickory.
Mm-hmm.
Recently moved back to Old Hickory, Tennessee, and I saw a Nateland sticker on a Camry during my morning commute. It brought me so much joy, even though the Camry cut me off. We're having a great time.
All right.
Having a great time.
Trying to
Great
think
time.
who-
Really upped it.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking I could probably figure out who that is.
Yeah.
Abby.
Yeah, it might be an Abigail. Trevor Martin. Did Aaron ever consider that the Whopper ad he referenced that plays all the time might be a targeted ad? No shade thrown, as I'm a bit of a hefty fella myself.
I would think that, but I was not watching YouTube. This is like the Super Bowl. I think we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're targeting ads during the Super Bowl to
it's
me.
your Super Bowl. Your Super Bowl is a Whopper. Is your Super Bowl, when you have your own Super Bowl, do you buy a Whopper and a Big Mac and let them go at it?
Yeah.
You just do it in your room privately.
Got a whistle.
Yeah, you're in high school. You walk in with 2 bags. Mom and Dad, don't knock on the door. I'm going to be busy for a while. And you sat in there
Do it.
and you played with the Whopper and Big Mac and then ate them. Eric Farmer. We're dead set on catching up in your podcast before we see Nate in Greenville on May 13th. In episode 65, Nate said to reach out and coordinate a round of golf during his travels. Avid golfer myself, would love to sync up with you at my home club, Fox Run. We're about 15, 20 minutes south of Greenville. The green should be flying by May. If you can make it work, let's make it happen.
I put that in because 2 years ago when Nate asked people to do that, for 2 years, I've been responding to people's emails every week, letting them know Nate's not available this week. So I just put that on there.
Yeah, I did. Look, in theory, I said it because I think I would like it.
Yeah.
I also didn't realize how busy it would be. I don't, I look, if I can ever go golf with someone, I have a couple times, but it's pretty tough. It's just such a long, I need to go chip. Like, what I could do is like you just go practice a little bit or something, or But it's like it's such a big commitment. We're usually coming in on the bus the night before, and it's just such a long. Everything's kind of a long day, and these shows are, it's more. You don't want to be tired at the show and stuff. So that's what ends up happening a lot. So I wasn't able to do it like I honestly thought I was going to be able to do it.
Had a guy in New Zealand offer some golf for you. When you come there, he says the nicest course outside the United States.
Oh, really?
Then he went on to say, there's no way I could ever get on there. I'm a plumber, so Nate's my only chance to get in there.
Oh.
So I appreciate this guy's honesty.
Yeah.
He wants to play with you, but he needs you to get him on
All
there.
right, yeah. All right, we'll try to get him on. Since we are so busy, the only way we buy tickets is last minute, and Game Time has killer deals on last minute tickets and include their best price guarantee. I like the Game Time app because it make it very easy. You see the seat view when you look at it. Like it's like when you click on it and it shows you the price of the ticket. It shows you the view of your seat, which is pretty awesome. Because you try to get like what am I going to get a seat? Like where am I sitting for real? And so this does it that way. It's very quick and simple to use. They are the only ticket sales app that I know of that offers lowest price guarantee, even cancellation protection and job loss protection. Game Time is the place for last minute tickets. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. I think a lot of I think some stuff people buy early, and then some stuff you're like last minute. You're like, you know what? Let's go to a show. Let's go to something. Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code NATE for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code NATE for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Will Moses. Dusty seems to believe that you can't go to Antarctica solo and explore the continent. You absolutely can. Check out this link from 2018. People do solo trips across the continent to test themselves against the elements. Dusty,
Yeah, we got.
how do you feel
pulling
about
up the
that?
link
I don't think it's
now.
true.
Yeah,
This guy's
Aaron
name's
was
Moses. He can, he's doing a lot of
First
travel.
woman to cross Antarctic solo. I've never felt so alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen.
What a quote.
This is a mainstream news outlet here. This is CNN Travel. I wouldn't expect mainstream. I mean, mainstream's always covering for the conspiracies. So I don't believe it at all.
Well, there's a map of her trek right there.
Yeah, she didn't go all the way across. That's for
well,
sure.
she went. It's like a technical cross, but it's a cross. It's a long walk.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that this woman took a boat down there by herself, ported it at the dock, just got out and walked.
59 days.
She was in the middle of Antarctica and started hallucinating, started smelling fish and chips from a pub.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. She was hallucinating and from a fish and chip she ate at a pub. She's like, "I'm in Antarctica."
She says the plane dropped her off.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I mean, I appreciate you sending this in, but
I want to, and I mean that's temperatures minus 40 Celsius. So what's that?
Minus 40. That would be a grand total of negative 40 Fahrenheit.
How's that?
Negative 40. So that's what she was having to walk in.
Yeah.
That's what's like. People would do it if it wasn't for that. But I would like to feel that aloneness would be wild to just be.
I don't buy it. I don't think that story's real at all.
She said, I realized I was absolutely petrified. I wasn't scared of dying or injury. It was just that level of aloneness that was instantly frightening. Just the weight of the amount of time on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Kansas sometime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I don't know if I believe people are trekking across Kansas like
Yeah.
they say they are. That's my conspiracy. I don't think Kansas exists.
Yeah.
but I just
No.
don't. I don't believe. I'm not buying this.
That's pretty good.
It was
Not
good.
bad.
Yeah, it was good.
And then we're Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, and you got a little Kansas City, not in Kansas City.
Mhm.
Your own main city doesn't want to be in your
Oh,
state.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe it doesn't exist.
Eric
and then you
Stone
have
Street's in
Arkansas
on it.
spelled like
Yep.
Kansas.
I've been to Kansas. And I don't believe it.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Well,
Kansas, Arkansas.
I read this article. She talks about how, yeah, you just feel so alone. William Shatner said something similar when he went up in Jeff Bezos' thing up in space. He talked about how the vastness of space and how everything's just, there's nothing alive up there. It made him kind of depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He had other people around him, though.
He did, but I guess just looking out, like,
Yeah.
it would make me, I think, feel like happy that
She said she cried for the first 15 days. It wasn't until day 15 that she stopped crying.
She's pretty cold, I guess.
Well, it's tough for women to do a lot of stuff. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't buy that story at all. I think William Shatner got depressed because he got up there and realized space wasn't real, and that
Yeah.
all his Star Trek stuff was all a hoax.
that would be depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would also be sad. Yeah. All right. All right.
I appreciate you sending that, but I'm not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it take to make me believe it, but I don't buy it.
I mean, we might talk to this lady, but you and I can believe that.
yeah, dropping you off there. I think is
Uh,
gonna
Well,
be
I'd love to
solution.
talk to her. I wouldn't mind.
I mean, she
talking
made
to
up
her.
a name, Felicia Aston. That sounds like a fake name.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought you told me about someone who was walking across it and then they killed him because he was getting too close to something he wasn't supposed to
No.
see.
No,
No.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a place. Now, you know what I mean? But I just don't think
I like that's what we have to. We do have to address that with people
Yeah.
when they're listening. We have to go. Everybody, Dusty believes in Antarctica.
Yeah.
I know.
I just don't believe you're allowed to just go down there and walk around.
Yeah.
I do. She did have to probably get some paperwork done to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
They let her do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She called the government of the mayor of Antarctica.
Yeah. And look at her path, though. It looks like her path could just be right. She's just like, I'll just kind of.
That looks like a very broad picture of like that looked like it snowed in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on a
So-
movie set somewhere.
Did she give us some footage? Did she come back with some footage?
Well, cameras don't work down there.
She took that
No,
picture.
I'm kidding. But
There
yeah, she took
goes.
that picture right there.
She
selfie.
crying?
Yeah, that's her crying.
Yeah. Oh man.
How would she? Yeah, when did they just come get her? Did they come just pick her up at the end, or she call them, or
I don't think it said.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't say in this article where she went.
Well, that shows kind of the trek, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another like community right there
Yeah.
where she landed, or if she had to turn around and walk back. That'd be rough.
I bet she. Yeah, they said grab me at the other side.
Right.
All right, Scott Schaefer. As an English teacher, I often joke with my students about how evil English is with learning new words and how to pronounce things. Isn't it weird that tomb and womb are pronounced the way they are, but bomb isn't pronounced boom?
It is interesting. There's some video, like TikTok videos of people like acting like they're teaching people to learn English words, and it is wild how many words are like spelled the same but sound different, or spelled differently and sound the same, and it's wild. Like there, people always make fun of people about there, but it's like there's 3 ways to spell there. It's like we could have came up with a different word. You know what I mean?
There is.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
English is one of the hardest languages, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's why we only do one.
They say that a lot of people say that it's
We've
like
done our part.
it's like spell casting in a way. That's why they say call it when you're learning your spelling. And
Who are these people?
Oh man, what a reach!
there are people out there, but
Witches.
there's a lot that goes into it. But it's I didn't know that this would be on here. I would have to be briefed again.
Okay.
But to come up with the words, but there is some stuff behind it. Some wild words.
I'd
out
like
there.
to see a conspiracy
nihilo.
briefing.
Yeah,
I bet it's
Well-
pretty fun.
yeah.
You hear about briefings in like government, but I bet a nice conspiracy meeting briefing would be like,
Yeah.
brief me
Oh,
on what's
yeah.
up, and it's like.
yeah.
It's like, well, the sun's kind of wacky. And then you're like, okay. And then you run off.
Yeah, you try to get a few details,
Yeah.
and then you can come back, and then
Yeah,
when
yeah.
people go, well, "What do you mean by spells?" And then I
Yeah.
would go, "Well, this word, this word, this word, this word."
Yeah.
But I don't,
Yeah,
I wasn't
You
prepared.
were, that's okay.
Yeah.
prepared.
Kyle Garcher. In 2007, my senior prank made national news headlines. Acting as a made-up student pep club, I tricked the opposing football team into holding up poster boards that spelled out "We suck." I don't like that word, but across the stadium. I had a friend film the whole thing, and I put a quick video on YouTube. By Monday, the video was being covered nationally. I was suspended from school as punishment. Is there a video?
At the end of that article, there is.
Yeah, I'm glad we got it up. I'm ready to go.
There's not a video.
Yeah,
There's a link to the video. Here it is.
that's pretty.
Well, I thought the article had some more details that I thought we might want to learn about, but
There it is. It's forming.
Oh,
Okay.
that's funny. They didn't know what they. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, why would you get suspended for that? I mean, I guess you kind of have to.
Were they
That's
good?
unbelievable.
they
I don't know.
lifted the suspension later. He said he was on Good Morning America. Jay Leno wanted to
Yeah.
have him on, and so many people emailed the school board that I think it crashed the server, and he eventually got reinstated, and
Yeah.
and he became a school hero.
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, it's such a smart, like, that's that's someone that's smart.
Yeah, that's I think it was a new school, and the article talked about it took him 20 hours to put all this together, but he convinced the fans there that they were, I don't know, I forgot what it was they thought they were holding up, but
Mm-hmm.
um,
And it makes sense. You wouldn't know. You're just getting sent.
one
You
little
just,
spot,
Yeah.
one little part, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. That's great. That's funny. All right. Jeff Podswick. Dusty, in the mid-2000s, I worked with many pesticide products in the garden nursery industry that have now been banned or recalled for being unsafe to exposure. What is your inside take on what was really going on and being put in all of these recalled pesticides?
Well, I don't have an inside take, but I just, I think
the
that.
man's gotten to you.
Well, they put out, a chemical, and then later it'll be banned, and then they just come up with a new chemical, and then it gets banned, and then they just come out with a new one, and it's like, people are trying to make money because people want to kill stuff in their yards.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think it's one of those things where it's like, you know what I mean?
You sound like big pesticide.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I think they're bad. I don't like them. But it's like, like my front yard. I put some pesticides out in my front yard the other day. I don't like, herbicide is what I put out, but I don't like to do that. But my neighbor's yard looks great. The yards around me look great. And I'm like, well, I want to kill these weeds too in the front because I want to, I don't want to be the one neighbor that's looking like got a real, bad looking yard out here.
Yeah, you're already dumping your food scraps in a box in the backyard.
But that's backyard. That's all back.
I know, but I'm saying you're already a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
You're already like, so it's like, let's at least clean up
the front yard.
It's a mullet. Your house is a mullet.
Right, exactly.
What is it? Is it a mullet?
No, it's more of a
business in the front, party in the back?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
My yard's a mullet.
You live a lot of life like a mullet.
Yeah, that's exactly
But what about
right.
that fence? That's the backyard, right?
The fence is now covering up the backyard, yeah.
But your neighbor was mad about the fence.
Yes. He doesn't care about my yard, but I just want it to look like the rest of the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Or better. But so I got some stuff kind of taken over. So I sprayed it there, and you need something good, but it keeps getting weaker and weaker and weaker because they keep banning all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty put up a fence, but he put it up the wrong way. The neighbor made him turn it around.
I put it. Have I not talked about that? I got into a little fight with my neighbor about the fence.
Have we?
I think on your podcast.
Oh, okay, but yeah, I got a fence, and I have a homeowners association, so I had to go through them, and they were like, you have to get permission from your neighbor. So I was like, all right, I got to get permission to put up what everybody else in the neighborhood already has. Okay. So I talked to my neighbor. He goes, it's fine. And I go, we don't have a survey done, but I figure me and you can just get out there and look at the yard and decide where I put the fence. And he goes, nope, got to have a survey. So I had to pay a lot of money to get a survey. And then I get the survey. Turns out I had a little more yard than what we were kind of living out there.
Yeah.
So that was great. I like that.
So you like this survey?
I liked it. And I actually, matter of fact, I left the stakes in the ground showing what my yard was for a lot longer than I needed to. Because I wanted him to see what was going on.
He in your yard?
He was, he had a little, like his grass is different looking than mine. So a little bit of his grass was on my yard. So then I get the fence built, and the guy goes, do you want the nice side on your side or facing out? And I was like, well, I'm building the fence, so I want the nice side on my side. But then the guy comes out, he's all mad. I left. He's all mad. He's talking to my wife about it. My wife's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. And so I get home, and he goes, you got the nice side on the wrong side. I go, why do you get the nice side? And then he's like talking about the homeowners association covenant. And he's like, it says right here in the covenant. And then I was like, all right, this guy read it. I didn't read it. So I figure he knows what he's talking about. So I said, all right, well, I'll flip it. And
it's a wood fence.
A wood fence, yeah. So I had to get the guys to flip it. They were nice and they did it. But it was like, they had not finished it all the way. But it's like me and this guy have only ever had small talk about the lawn. We'll be like, oh, it's a nice day. Oh, look, your grass looks great. That kind of stuff. And then I'm out there cussing at the guy. And I didn't want to be doing it, but he had already cost me so much money. And I was so mad at this dude. But we've made up now. We're friends now. But it was just... I
don't know if I've ever heard of someone not having the nice side on the outside.
What do you mean by nice side? What's different?
It's either flat or you have that little bar in the middle.
And do you want the flat side?
The flat side is the nice side. It's the outside. I've never heard. I mean, there's.
Well, it's like facing the road. I put the nice side outside because that's what the whole neighborhood sees.
Yeah.
But it's like we're talking the divider in between our. It's like I have my neighbor's fence on the back side of me has the nice side facing me. So I thought, well, at least it'll match.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm paying for
it.
Yeah.
Well, his nice side is facing you because just. Naturally, I think people would build a fence like that.
Yeah, but I wanted it to match. I was like, I got this side like this, so now it'll match.
Do you use that guy's fence? Did you lock into his fence, or you didn't put your old...
I locked into his fence, yeah.
Yeah. You have to ask him about that?
No. He's not... He actually has a taller fence than he's allowed.
Yeah.
And I've never complained on him, so he hasn't got anything to say.
Yeah. So you just put... Yeah.
Yeah, so I just do what I want to do out there.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes I'll run into some issues, but we patch it up soon.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Dusty again. He had a septic tank put in, and the guy's uncle died, and Dusty got mad about it because his uncle died.
Well, out of that, yeah. Well, I had this guy who's building a septic tank for me, and he kept putting it off. He's like, "Oh, the weather's bad," or "Oh, I can't get out there this week because of this." And then he's like, "Oh, my uncle died," and I'm like, "Your uncle? Come on, man!
Yeah.
Like like a brother or mom or dad, yeah. But your uncle? It's like, come on, get to work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I had an uncle that died, and my sister sent me the obituary. And I was trying to pull it up. I was in a store. It was loading real slow. And I was like, oh, man, I was bummed. I was like, I haven't seen this guy in a while. And I was like, I'd like to go to the funeral. I haven't seen that side of the family in a long time. And by the time the obituary pulled up, I realized he had been dead for a year and a half. And we had no idea. No one told our family that he died. So I'm like, your uncle, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless your uncle raised you. It's like,
I mean,
let's
it's
get
close to my
it.
uncles. I would go to their funeral.
Yeah, but you're not like, this guy's getting paid by the job. It's like, let's get to work here.
Dusty looks at it as like your family's probably like my family, where there's 5 families.
Yeah.
And so you're like an uncle's like a very loose.
It's like, I like my uncles too, but I'm like.
Would you cancel a really big gig for an uncle funeral?
That's a good question. Depends
Yeah.
on which uncle, but
See, yeah.
I mean, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, is this a
That's
big?
how I always think about it. Would I cancel like?
I mean, this guy was probably close with this guy. I was in Mississippi.
I think a
right?
lot of it depends on the age,
Like, would you have missed
situation.
Nate's Bridgestone show to go to a funeral and?
but it really depends on
did.
it depends on the age and a lot of circumstances and a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
And it's like and you can sometimes pick a day or two sometimes too if it's someone that's in like even if it's sudden, like unless it was like someone's out of the country or something, you would be like, we're gonna do it, all right, next Tuesday will be this and go in and then but I think it's the situation.
For the record, I've made up with both of these people. And I didn't
Okay.
really get mad at the uncle guy, but I did in my own head. I was like, dude, come on. We got to get this done here. Okay? You can't take off work every time a relative passes.
The problem is he's always taking off work, and then
Yes.
it's like, and then you're like, you've let it build up to this. Your uncle died,
Right.
and it almost could feel like it's not real.
Yes.
You should be like, I want to send flowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Give me the obituary.
That's true. But,
and his name has to be in the obituary
yeah.
to prove it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My uncle that died, they didn't even list my mom or her other brother's name in the obituary. They listed one of the uncles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 4 siblings, and they listed one of them and not the other 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They really just left our whole family out of this.
Yeah. Well, y'all you didn't even know he died.
Yeah.
Clayton Knoll. It has been said several times on the podcast that Nate does not listen to the lyrics of his favorite songs, and that leads him to like happy-sounding songs with depressing meanings behind them. The song used for his special, Good Day by 21 Pilots, is about being in denial after losing everything you love in life. Love the podcast and love that Nate is still not understanding the music he listens to. What is it about? About being in denial after losing everything you love in life.
Today's a good day. Never know when the next one will show. It'll show. So I'm gonna sing my soul.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's about a guy in denial so much as a guy choosing to just press on.
Yeah. Seems like a guy that's like
Mm-hmm.
not going to let a little death in the family get him down.
He gonna go to no
He
uncle
lost
funeral.
his job, his wife, and his child. His friend just sued him. So he's got a lot going on.
He's got a lot going on.
Oh, where's that at?
That's in the first verse.
Oh, wow, he gets right to it.
I mean, I did play it because it feels fun.
It does feel.
Billy Joe Shaver has a song, Try and Try Again. And he talks about in that song losing his wife and his son and all his money. And he says, if at first you don't succeed, just try and try again.
Mm-hmm.
Losing things is not necessarily sad, Just got to get back on it. Get back at it.
Okay.
There you go.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Am I losing you guys here?
Well, I mean, this guy lost his what, wife and kid?
Yeah, wife, his job, and his kid.
Yeah, it's a good song though.
It is a good song.
Chris Biggs. At work, we did one of those icebreakers during a team meeting, and the question was, who would you like to have dinner with, living or dead? I tried to be funny, saying I wanted to have dinner with comedian Dusty Slay because he doesn't believe in dinosaurs or the moon landing, and it'd be fun to hear him explain all these conspiracies. My boss went next and chose Ben Franklin, saying how he was not only an extremely intelligent scientist, but also a statesman at the same time, which would lead to captivating conversations. I don't think I'm going to be getting a promotion anytime soon. I have to agree. I'm on your side, Chris. What, like, I get, like, you want to meet Ben Franklin. I mean, like, meet and talk to them because they're just these brilliant kind of minds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, if you're like, what kind of fun conversation you gonna have? Like some of these they're so smart that you're like, I mean, I don't know. I could go talk to a rocket scientist. Like I'm not gonna have a great time. Like I'm not gonna know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But if you look at stuff to be like fun and go like, yeah, I'd rather that's gonna be super fun. Like I'm gonna be way more like, oh yeah, that's crazy. All right, yeah.
A lot of people believe Ben Franklin ripped off a lot of his ideas from other scientists. So maybe the four of us could have a dinner together, and I could ask Ben about it.
Yeah.
See, it'd be tough to have just conversation. You know, he's from 250 years ago, Ben Franklin. So you have nothing to talk about. You have no overlap in your life experiences. What is that dinner like?
I'd be like,
I feel
Ben,
like I could think of some things to talk to him about.
What would you do?
Just like,
What was it like?
I'm Ben Franklin. Ask
how
me.
long did it take
What
you
was
to
it
get
like to do what?
I'll go.
Yeah.
How hard was it to have a horse?
What are these lights on the ceiling?
You'd ask some basic stuff. What was the temperature like back then?
I don't know. I didn't have thermometers, dude.
Like, did you have a lot of days where you thought it was hot and gross?
Yeah, I did.
And you ought to wear all those clothes. Did you ever wear shorts?
I'd wear, they're called knickerbockers.
I know, but then you had those long socks. Would you ever just go no socks?
Around the house.
Yeah.
Never outside.
Yeah,
did you know Nikola Tesla?
Oh, no. Totally different time period.
Oh.
Did you know him, though?
No.
You just said it. I mean, Dusty. I think Ben's got you.
It's from a different time in the world.
Was he before or after?
He was after me for sure.
Oh.
You know what? Maybe I'm thinking about Thomas Edison.
Yeah, this is Ben Franklin.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and now look at you. Now you're trapped. You used your one wish, and you're at the wrong guy.
I know. I like you a lot, Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
You got a cool look about you. Are you on the $100 bill? Did
I'm
you
on
know
the
you're on the
$100
$100
bill.
bill? Did you know that?
No, I didn't. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of our bigger ones.
That's one of the, is it the biggest?
Mm-hmm. It's the
Nice.
biggest.
Wow.
Oh, there is stuff about Ben Franklin, though, but it's fun stuff, though, I think.
What is it?
Like, he was involved in, like, some secret societies. He did a lot of wild partying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
crazy
That was,
stuff.
that's that stuff.
Yeah.
That's all pretty
But
out there, though.
I
didn't
think-
know
I think so.
that.
Yeah. I think I like the idea, though, that you have accidentally gone to the wrong person.
yeah. And
And
accused
so then
him
you
of
got to
things.
go, wait, do you know Thomas? Do you know Thomas Edison? Would he have known Thomas Edison?
No.
No.
Would
I
he,
was thinking about a
Thomas
different
is
person.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Ben Franklin a lot.
100
matter of
years.
fact.
He goes, do you know? He goes, God, I have so many Thomas Edison questions. I mean, that's what's so, you have so many Thomas Edison questions, and a guy that doesn't know, he couldn't know who he is because it's just so far. It's not, when
Yeah,
Thomas,
Edison was born in 1847, and Ben Franklin died in 1790.
oh my God. I mean, he wouldn't even understand the name
Different
Thomas
guy.
Edison.
Yeah.
Well, you could say something like, that whole the kite and the electricity. Well,
Right.
Thomas Edison's going to take it to the next level.
And in what way?
I don't know.
You gotta do it.
Light bulb.
His kite flies higher.
Yeah.
Oh, light bulb.
Yeah.
Bulb. Yeah.
See, that's the difficulty. Think about all the things in this room
Yeah.
that Ben Franklin couldn't just ignore all of this and have a
Oh.
conversation with you.
No.
No,
In the
this is
summertime-
all crazy.
He'd be like,
Yeah.
why is it wintertime in the house?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you do it in the Roman Colosseum. You got to have an even playing field.
Yep. Where the same animals are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You do. So if anybody has any wish questions, they all have to happen in the Roman Colosseum.
While Nate is
Yeah.
eating with Ben Franklin.
I'm saying but I like that. Anytime we get something where someone brings up something, it has to happen in the Coliseum. Because then we can have a conversation about it. So
If that's even a real place.
Yeah. But I mean, right now, Dusty's at this dinner.
And I've really miscalculated this.
It is
And,
awkward.
I mean, it's hard to go when you come back to go. How was it? You're like, I'll be honest with you. I spent most of it going Thomas Edison.
And Chris Biggs is like, dang, I wish I had not invited Dusty.
Yeah,
It's a 1 hour dinner.
He did-
55
that's who he
minutes of
brought.
silence.
Yeah.
he
He's like,
brought.
this is
Yeah,
really hurting the moon conversation when you don't even know.
and then, but the good thing is, if you were like, I don't know if I believe in the moon, Ben Franklin might be like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're not
And
even
they-
thinking about the moon.
oh yeah, the Earth. You could go. Earth is flat. All the stuff. They would be like, yeah, check.
No, it'd be the opposite.
Check. Huh?
I mean, he was a scientist. But
What is that? They can't do anything back then. They have lights. I mean, they go. What's he gonna?
he invented the bifocals. You know.
so he can see the ground closer. Like, I mean, it doesn't even. It means he can't. Like, what? They have a torch.
He wouldn't know about Antarctica
That's true. And they also would not know about dinosaurs.
Or America,
or gorillas.
right?
He would know.
1776.
Yeah.
He was
He died in
Mr.
1700.
America.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He signed the Declaration of Independence. Yeah.
Well, just at the very end.
It'd be like, look what
So it
we've done
depends-
with the place.
It depends on when you talk to Ben Franklin. If you talk to him like in the when he's 20, he's not gonna know.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
like-
for sure.
I don't know about
We'll go-
America.
I think if you're talking Ben Franklin, you're thinking old man Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
You're not thinking 15 or 16
you
year
better
old.
hope.
Yeah.
You
You
better
go,
hope.
Ben Franklin, look what we've done with taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he'd be so mad.
He'd be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
This is why we left.
Yeah.
Poor Richard.
Ashley Matthews. One aspect of the show that I find interesting but doesn't get discussed too often is the impressive array of hats you all have. I think a hats episode or a small segment could be interesting as you are all clearly hat connoisseurs. My absolute favorite hat is Nate's Whisper Rock Golf Club one. Probably the most beautiful hat I've ever seen.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know if
That's
I've
a
seen
golf
it.
club. This hat today is a guy who came to my golf tournament.
Yeah, he's the one that invited us to be his team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. There you go. So he gave me this hat. And it's his company.
Is that the hat you
But
have?
it's
This
a-
one?
No, I think I have a different one. It's different. The hats are like, I just, I mean, we all kind of have different hats. I think I wear some of the same ones, but people give us hats and I'll just wear them. It's not, sometimes it's, I got a lot of Travis Matthew hats, Vandy hats. Like, you have a bunch of different hats and,
Mm-hmm.
but someone likes a fan.
I like that one.
Yeah, a
sometimes.
guy gave me this hat in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, sometimes
said
it's
he's
just
doing
like a random.
St. Louis, somebody gave me this.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's
I'm
just
all
kind
about
of
it.
fun.
So that
Have you seen the Nashville Sounds finally came out with their theme night? They're the Nashville Hot Chickens. The uniform, I think the uniforms are garbage, but the hats are very cool.
So are they not the Nashville Sounds anymore?
They're still the Nashville Sounds, but every now and then they wear this alternate jersey where they become for the night the Nashville Hot Chickens.
Oh, okay.
See that little hot chicken with pickles on a piece of bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
like
nice.
that, yeah.
I need some. I don't have sound stuff. Like that's the Nashville Sounds have a great hat with that N on it.
Yeah,
I need to get one of those.
Yeah.
I like
it's
those
really
old
nice.
school, like
Yeah,
that one right
yeah.
there.
with the music note on
Oh,
the
yeah,
end.
yeah.
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 But this jersey's a bit of a disappointment, I think.
It's like an all-star jersey. Like it feels like I don't know.
With the flame and
I think when you see them wearing it, you'll be like kind of okay. Like the point of it is being kind of gross. Like that's the point of it.
okay, just yeah.
And it's like it's like kind of like fun. And I think it will age well. Like it will like when you think in 20 years, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's awesome.
It looks like that fake poster you made to
It does.
convince us.
It looks like I designed it on Photoshop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Did you see where is it the Florida Marlins are doing Bartman
Yeah.
Appreciation Night?
Oh, are they? That's nice.
When they played the Cubs.
Well, it's
Oh yeah,
condescending. It's like
yeah.
he helped them.
Oh, because they won.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
MLB World up in arms over incredibly tacky promotion.
And they should be. I don't like that at all.
Bartman Appreciation Weekend.
I didn't. That's how I was on board with it till I didn't understand what
Until
was
you
going
realized
on.
what it was. Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, I'll go to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally,
I don't like that at all. Yeah.
What happened? Is that where a guy caught?
That's where the guy
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
to catch a foul ball and messed up the game, and then the whole city of Chicago.
He didn't mess up the game. He didn't do anything.
From
Well,
their
for
Fly ball
perspective.
came.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So this
there's-
guy ruined this guy's life, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
and he's
did,
a
yeah.
wonderful guy, and so now they're taking advantage of it. And it's insane. Because they can.
Did he like change his name and change his appearance and move to another
No,
city?
he's never done interviews, never done anything, never asked for anything, never, like just wants to be kind of. They left him just a good guy that was excited, and they ruined his life.
Yeah.
They ruined his life. I mean, he's made his life probably great afterwards, but they're still doing it, and it's been whatever the years are.
Wasn't it the Marlins they were playing in that game too?
Yeah, that's why they're doing
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be really weird if they had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Sarah Nistetter. We were talking with the kids recently about Noah and the flood. Is it a story they have heard? Oh, it is. Actually, I read that backward. It is a story they have heard many times. This time, our first grade daughter asked, "How did God flood the earth? If it is round like a ball, wouldn't all the water just fall off?" I couldn't help laughing. Wonder how Dusty answered this question.
Well, it's a question I ask myself all the time.
But the water is being held right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's what they're saying.
It's yeah, I don't know.
Tell her gravity.
It's gravity.
Yeah. Is that where you're going? Gravity. That's the answer?
Yeah. I'm
That's
going
what
to
you're
go out on a
going.
limb here and say gravity's involved.
You're going gravity? What are you going to go with?
I'm also going to go with gravity.
Dusty, what are you going to go
I'm going to
with?
go Antarctica, stretched around.
Antarctica's the bottom of the ocean.
Is the
everywhere.
It's the
Interior, yeah.
yeah,
I like that one.
yeah,
I'm going to go, I like that one.
yeah.
Antarctica is.
It's more fun.
Because the top of it is where it goes, and then it just folds up. And so
Yeah.
the bottom of the ocean is all Antarctica.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Right.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
You know, an interesting thing about
is
Noah,
it on the
though-
board?
Noah, though, is it when they always say 2 by 2, you know, the animals went on the ark 2 by 2, but it says in the Old Testament, it says all the clean animals went in numbers of 7s and the unclean in by 2s.
Oh.
What's a clean and
Well, they get into that, you know, Leviticus really breaks down the clean versus the unclean animals. But Leviticus had not even been written yet when the flood was happening. So they seem to know clean versus unclean even back then.
Pigs are clean.
Unclean. Pigs are unclean.
I'm joking.
I know.
Is there any kind of archaeological evidence that there was a massive flood?
I
Years
think so.
ago? Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't think this is a place for that.
Well, yeah. But I just, they brought it up.
No,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
No. Yeah.
say that
I'm just
interesting
joking
thing.
around.
No, I think there is. I think
I'm joking.
Yeah.
every ancient religion or many have a similar story.
Talk about a flood.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
Okay.
you go. Hope you're happy. You can't get that college. They don't want you. They try to get out of you, don't they?
I went to a pretty Christian college. Yeah.
It's still a college.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
They were at
yeah,
odds the whole time.
They want you. They don't. Yeah, they floated some stuff in there. Those teachers,
Uh-huh.
and you see it pop up every
Yeah.
now and
Oh,
again.
yeah. Yeah, it comes out of him.
All right, I'll push you back down.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There
y'all.
you go. Do the right thing.
Try it free for 30 days. You've heard that. You've been suckered in. Well, you're probably going to forget about it and you're going to end up paying for a subscription, yet you don't use every single month. With Rocket Money, you can change that with a few quick taps. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. It also helps you manage all your finances in one place and automatically categorizes your expenses so you can track your budget in real time and get alerted if anything looks off. I like this. I get a little alert. Hey, we noticed a large transaction. You might want to take a look at that. Very nice to have. Over 3 million people have used Rocket Money, saving the average person up to $720 a year. You're losing money not having this. Stop throwing your money away. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Nate. That's rocketmoney.com/Nate. rocketmoney.com/Nate. /Nate.
All right, this week.
This week, you're headed to Michigan for some shows. I think you're going to Detroit and Kalamazoo, I believe.
Yep.
So I thought we'd talk about Michigan.
Boom.
All right.
Have we all been to Michigan?
Yeah,
have been,
many
yep.
times.
Many times.
I'm a big fan of Michigan. Now,
like
I know that Aaron, as a Notre Dame graduate, is not a big fan of the University of Michigan, but I think you still like the state.
I do like the state a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a run together years ago through all the way up through Michigan. We drove from Nashville all the way up through the UP.
Yeah.
Connected through Sault Ste. Marie, came around through the UP. So I've seen a lot of it.
Yeah, we did Traverse City and then up around to Sault Ste. Marie and then Harris, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we did some stuff in Wisconsin. Maybe not that same run.
Yeah, part of it. So I do like it up there. It's a lot more like the South than they want to admit.
I've been
Michigan.
all over Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
all over it. I love it.
Yeah. Do they not want to admit it? I think they're, I mean, it's just middle of the country. Like, it's like, yeah, it is like here. But Michigan, yeah, I mean, I think it's very
you're probably
blue
right.
collar.
Yeah,
Very
I think
blue
you're probably
collar.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I may have said that
Like
wrong.
Illinois would be something that, you know, because they want to be like Chicago or something. But then you're like, well, the rest is
Mm-hmm.
New
Yeah.
York. New York is like, you know, New York's, it's all the cities.
But Michigan's not, yeah, they're not condescending about the
I don't
rest of
think
it.
so.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So Michigan's two peninsulas. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you. The lower peninsula is the shape of a mitten,
Yeah.
and then the upper peninsula, or the UP, and they're separated by the Strait of Mackinac. And then the Mackinac Bridge.
Mackinac spelled like Mackinac in some places, right? There's a two spellers.
That's right.
Remember that?
I do. Yes, it's Mackinac Island,
But they
and then
say
there's
Mackinac.
Mackinac City.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say it
But
wrong?
that
No, you
no,
said
no,
it
it can be
right.
said both ways.
Oh.
But that's the bridge right there. Yeah, it connects the UP with the rest of it.
Leanne Morgan's done some shows on Mackinac Island.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You can't, there's no cars on there.
Oh, wow.
So you have to take a boat to the island and then get around the rest of the day on like horse and carriage.
I love that.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez. Why not just do
Oh,
it right?
wow.
Why not just do it right there?
That's big money, though.
It's one of the big tourist destinations to go.
Oh, it does look really nice.
I'd actually like to live there.
Yeah.
No cars.
Supposedly,
Yeah, okay.
supposedly beautiful there.
This looks way better than I thought.
There was a movie Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour.
Oh,
Set
okay.
at Mackinac Island.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this-
I've heard of like,
I mean, this looks like where they filmed the Truman Show. I mean, this looks like
That's in Seaside, Florida.
I know, but I'm saying this looks like it.
yeah, but if you go
This
there and the
seems much
weather's
nicer,
nice and
actually.
you just, yeah, that's so crazy. No cars. How do they get stuff?
I guess they get on that boat.
Yeah, I guess they do the boat.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think
this
it's
seems
just
amazing.
I think it's just a tourist spot. I don't know how many people live there, but
And they have no cars?
I believe that's correct.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't see any of those pictures. They have a population of 583 people live
Wow.
there. I'm guessing most of them probably just work in the hospitality.
But 818 live in the same house
Where's that at?
right after it.
Oh, that huge house, I'm guessing. That one that we saw. It looked like the White House, but it really stretched out left and right. Anyway,
Okay.
I can't find it. This big one.
So a person from Michigan is called a Michigander or Michiganian, I guess. But people from the Upper Peninsula are sometimes called Yoopers,
Yeah,
Yoopers.
Yoopers.
And you know what they call people from the bottom?
trolls,
Trolls. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
because they live below the bridge, like
Oh,
a troll
yeah.
would.
What bridge?
The Mackinac Bridge, the one that
Oh.
goes
That bridge
between
that connects.
Oh.
Yeah, the Upper Peninsula really seems like it should be Wisconsin. It's more connected to Wisconsin than it
Is
is
it?
Michigan. Yeah. It doesn't even touch
Oh,
Michigan.
hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it doesn't even touch Michigan,
What doesn't?
the Upper Peninsula.
You're right. Yeah, it's just sort of a part of
Oh wait.
Wisconsin.
Oh.
So this is the UP right up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if I've ever even been up there. I guess not. I didn't. I don't think I ever knew Michigan went up there.
Yeah, it's like really, it's awesome up there, but
How
it's
much higher
really,
it is than part of Canada.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toronto's way down there. compared
Yeah,
to where
that's
you are
very
here.
interesting. I don't know if I've ever known that.
Yeah, me and Aaron got a video on YouTube of driving across that thing.
We were
Yeah.
there in May, and this Lake Superior was frozen. Still.
Yeah.
In May.
Still huge.
Yeah.
Huge ice blocks on the shore. and
I
stuff.
honestly just thought Michigan was that glove.
The mitten.
Well, that's the
mitten.
main part people think of.
Yeah, that's all I've ever thought
So
of.
you can imagine the animosity the Oopers have to the trolls. You know, they're sort of second-class citizens.
Yeah, well, the trolls they look down on. That's not a good name.
Well, I don't think they look down on. I think they're resentful that they're being looked down on.
I know, but
Yeah.
they gave them a pretty rough name.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's called a troll and they think, all right,
Yeah,
appreciate
some
it,"
real
you know.
rough biker guys yelled that at us when we were on stage bombing in Harris, Michigan at a casino in the daytime.
You called your trolls?
They were telling us that that's what they call people down.
Oh.
Because we were like, yeah, we were just down in Traverse City. And they were like, trolls. And they were like, I was like, well, that's pretty nice there. I was like,
Yeah, they're friendly.
they were
people.
nicer to us than you're being right now. Yeah, I love Michigan. I mean, I just went and did a thing way up on the tip of the lower peninsula. Very
there in
nice area.
I wonder
Sheboygan?
how did Michigan get that part? Wisconsin just kind of let it go.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think there was a war. I think there was a battle.
With Canada?
I mean, what was Michigan even? Is there a point that they go, why do we even want this part?
You said sell it to somebody.
They had a border dispute with Ohio. The UP is part of the same Great Lakes ecosystem as Wisconsin's North Woods, and there's a water boundary between it and Michigan's Lower Peninsula. The border dispute led to Michigan's ownership of the Upper Peninsula. So there was a war. There's bloodshed.
Mm,
People died because of this.
mm. And over between Wisconsin and Michigan?
Between Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know how Ohio gets in there.
Yeah,
Ohio
no,
always
'cause
finds
they-
its way in, dude. They always want to decide.
Ohio
everything.
and Michigan, I mean, they have some big problems. Yeah, why is Ohio jumping in there?
They just, dude, they got nothing else going on. They always try to ruin everybody else's stuff. I got to look into this. I'll look into this and I'll report back.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the?
Ohio fan?
He's really
Well,
slamming.
it's because
thumbs.
it goes back to Notre Dame again.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the capital of Michigan?
Traverse City.
I would say
Good guess.
Detroit.
That's a good guess.
Lansing.
You are correct.
Oh,
Mm,
dang.
close.
Michigan's called the
Why were ours good guesses?
Well, Detroit would be kind of obvious choice.
Yeah.
Oh, you
But-
weren't saying good guess to Traverse City?
But Traverse City's a good guess because you didn't go with the obvious choice.
Yeah.
I think Traverse City is the cherry
So the
capital
bar
of
was
the
pretty
world.
low for a guess. wasn't it?
Well, at least they got two cities in the state.
You did the obvious one. You did a not obvious one. Great guesses.
Yeah.
guys.
Traverse City is the cherry capital.
Okay.
They got all the cherries up there.
Oh, so yeah. So better put the capital there, huh?
Well, it's the capital of something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was just there. Had a cherry pie at the airport.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Way early in the morning, but I was like, this could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how was
it
it?
good?
It was good.
Yeah.
The girl asked me, did I want it heated up? I said, yeah. And then she didn't really do it.
Oh. Do they even have really a microwave?
I don't know what she had, but she was
Yeah.
like, do you want to heat it up? I go, yeah. And then she put it in a thing, but it wasn't really hot.
I don't think I like cherry pies.
I
I don't like
okay.
apple pie. I don't like, I'm not a big cherry guy.
Apple
Yeah.
I
pie.
like cherry flavor. I love cherry flavor,
Yeah.
but I need the fake flavor.
So Michigan
Yeah.
and Ohio were fighting, and then Congress stepped in and was like, "All right, Michigan, let's cut it out, and we'll give you the UP."
So Wisconsin didn't even get in on it.
Wisconsin, they didn't even give them a seat at the table, dude.
Yeah, where is Ohio compared to Michigan, Wisconsin? I don't even know how Wisconsin's not involved.
Ohio shares a border with Michigan right here. So Toledo is right
Okay,
between Michigan.
Okay,
and
pull it out
Ohio.
again. So I know, but Ohio's down there. So why is Ohio trying to get way up there?
Yeah.
They're not. They're fighting over this. But Michigan got the UP as a compromise.
Oh, because
So it wasn't a fight over this.
oh,
It was a fight.
They're like,
Over something
if you'll
else.
leave Ohio alone, we'll give you the UP.
so they were fighting down there.
Yeah, the Battle of Toledo.
Yeah,
They were fighting over Toledo?
Toledo.
Yeah,
Wow.
imagine one day Toledo people used to fight over it.
I think I've
Can you
been to
believe
the
that?
camp at Toledo. Is that where I think I went to the? They have a fort there, so I might have seen that fort. It's a giant fort. I don't know if it's Toledo. I want to say it's Toledo, but there's a big fort. Like, I mean, unbelievably big. Like, so big we didn't walk around it because it was just too big.
Wow.
Oh man.
And then, but if they get the UP, I mean, man, you kind of feel. I mean, Wisconsin's like what? Like, I mean, they just gave them half of Wisconsin.
We'll give you half of Wisconsin if you guys
Yeah.
stop fighting.
All right, that's enough. Take over Wisconsin. And Wisconsin's like, but we were
playing it cool.
Enough. Yeah, enough, Wisconsin.
So people in Michigan call well, it's the Wolverine state. They're not sure why it's called that since there's no Wolverines in Michigan. One idea involves the land skirmish with Ohio. At the time, people in Ohio called Michigan neighbors Wolverines as an insult.
I like that the Ohio State football, Michigan football rivalry. I like that it's rooted in, I mean,
There was an actual war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's beyond just two schools. It's like, I mean, they do not like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was doing shows in Columbus, Ohio. Like 2 years ago when Michigan finally won for the first time in 2 years, and it was sad at that show. I think you were there with me.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was sad at that show.
Look at that Wolverine. He needs to get in on that animal fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolverine is pretty scary. Dude.
Couldn't take an emu though, I'll tell you that.
No. Not with a gun.
Over 40% of the state's covered in water, more than any other state.
What?
Over 40% of the state.
Yeah, look at that line right there. All that's water is part of Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're just labeling water. I mean,
Well, somebody gets to claim it.
You're saying that they get half of Lake Michigan here?
Yeah.
Somebody
I would
gets
think Lake Michigan's all theirs.
That's
Wisconsin's like, what? We don't get a lake, and we lose half of the.
Yeah. That's
they got half of it.
40% of it being water is very loose. Like you're just, you're like, all right, you just have a lot of water there. That would be, it's like when the ocean's like the earth is 80% water, and you're like,
Talk about the good parts. Yeah.
yeah. That's a loose. I don't know if I.
40%.
Me and Aaron almost took a ferry across Lake Michigan one time to go to Egg Harbor to do comedy in Wisconsin. And I just thought we could just drive up to the ferry and
This
just
is
get
how
right
dumb
on
we
it.
were. We were like, well, let's just pull up, hop on a ferry.
But you had to like schedule it.
Yeah,
Oh,
obviously it leaves at certain times. Like
Yeah,
it was so
yeah.
obvious once we figured it out.
Yeah.
We thought at any point there'll be a ferry there. We'll just hop over the
Like a
Lake
cab.
Michigan. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She'll wave it down
Yeah.
from the outer banks.
We want to
Yeah.
go that way.
Kind of what we were thinking, really.
Mm.
So we just drove all the way down and back up.
Hiring for your business can feel harder than winning an argument with Nate. But now you can actually look forward to
These are real
hiring.
personalized. Take a shot ads. Yeah.
But now you can actually look forward to hiring. Why? Because you should be using Indeed. It is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Stop spending hours on multiple job sites, combing through a bunch of nonsense. Get it all in one spot with Indeed. Find top talent fast with their suite of powerful hiring tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, virtual interviews. Hate waiting? Well, Indeed's US data shows over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I've told y'all before, I've used this on both ends. I've been hired through Indeed. I've hired people through Indeed. It is the best. They know hiring needs to be cost effective when you're running your own business. That's why with Indeed, you only pay for quality applications that match your must-have job requirements. Right now, visit Indeed.com/Nate to start hiring. Just go to Indeed.com/Nate. Indeed.com/Nate. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
So Detroit's home of the three big U.S. car companies: General Motors, Ford.
Chevy.
Tesla,
No, wait. General
Dodge.
Motors, Dodge.
Buick.
Ram,
Chrysler.
Go.
the worst one.
But to me, Ford and General Motors is Chevy. Those always seem like the
Oh.
two big ones. And then Chrysler seems,
Well, so I was right. I said Chevy.
but I mean, technically, it is General Motors.
Well, technically, 40% of Michigan's water, but
Technically, 41.5%.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they did all the stuff. It's good for them.
Yeah.
Detroit at one point was like top 5 cities in the world.
I think it was
wasn't
fourth at one time.
4th in the world. What's it now? 6?
27th. Something like that.
I remember going. The building's been fixed now, but I remember when I first went to Detroit and they had that building. You could see. Were you there?
Yeah, I was with you.
Every window was broken out. You could see through it. This
Mhm.
giant.
Was it a
giant
Ford
building.
factory?
I think it is a Ford factory now, or something like Ford bought it.
Population of Detroit in 1950 was 1.8 million, and now it's 632,000.
Wow.
It's smaller than Nashville now.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
It looked like this right here.
Yeah.
The Packard plant was it?
That is like what happened. Like it's just the jobs all got taken out of there.
I read
or
a few articles, and it's just a variety of things. The car companies, everybody came there for car companies, and then now they're spread out all over the place.
Mhm.
So, but it's just been every decade. It's just decreased for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is a shame.
Everybody roots for Detroit, I think.
I always wanted to see the Lions win. I'm always hoping that the Lions are going to
Yeah.
do something. I'm always pulling for them.
Yeah, you always think if a town needs something or deserves it, you kind of want them to have it. But I mean, the Pistons won a lot. They've won, and I mean, not even
That's
that
true.
crazy
And the
long
Red
ago.
Wings have been good.
Yeah, that's true. So you know what?
Tigers have had some. They're terrible now, but they've had some good
They've
years.
had some good years. So the sports
It's just more of a Lions problem at this
Well,
point.
the Red Wings have won more Stanley Cups than any American.
Oh,
NHL
there you go.
team.
they got it too
They're
good
doing
now.
great,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, take them down
Yeah.
a few pegs.
Yikes,
Yeah.
Detroit.
The
Yeah.
Lions have the longest NFL postseason win drought. Their last win was 1991.
Oh,
They're
boy.
one of 4 teams that have never made the Super Bowl,
Oh wow.
and they've been around forever.
Yeah. Who else has? Hold on.
I'd say the Vikings.
No, they've been in the Super Bowl.
Have they?
The Vikings held the record for a while for most Super Bowl losses.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That was like your Detroit guess.
Yeah.
That's how wrong you were.
What was my Detroit guess? Oh,
Capital.
Capital. That's a good guess.
I would say that was a better
Uh,
guess than the Vikings.
Hold on. 4 teams have not. So the Lions have not made
The Jaguars.
Texans.
The Texans is one.
The Jaguars.
Texans. The Jaguars, I think, did make it. Texans. Oh man, Lions, Texans. It's gonna be one of these. The Panthers. The Panthers make it?
No, they were in the Super Bowl.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
not long ago.
Lions, Texans. I don't.
Jaguars
Jaguars.
and the Browns.
The Browns.
God, the Browns, they've been around forever, too.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
In 1934, Detroit Lions owner George Richards came up with the idea to play football on Thanksgiving Day to draw more fans, and the tradition has continued ever since.
When was that? 1934.
Yeah.
Turkey Bowl. Everybody has a Turkey Bowl. You ever have a Turkey Bowl? It would be there's a lot of like you just go play football with your buddies, or they would have
Oh, just a pickup football game?
Yeah.
I never called it Turkey Bowl, though. I like that.
I could be making this up too, but I'm pretty sure that's what we call it because we have a Turkey Bowl. I played it at Apple when I worked at Applebee's. Laura came and watched.
Now there's 3 NFL games on Thanksgiving Day, but the Lions are always one of them. The Cowboys are always one.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lions had,
And it's great. I think I like that it's all day.
yeah,
It's awesome.
the Lions had Barry Sanders, one of the greatest running backs of all time, retired at 31.
Tired young.
He was 1,400 yards from breaking the rushing record. Retired.
Would have broken it.
Maybe
Almost
the
certainly.
next season.
Yeah.
retired because the team was so bad. Calvin Johnson, one of the best receivers
of all time. Hall of Famer.
Retired at 31. Same reason.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty bad when your
Well,
team's
then
so bad.
the Matthew Stafford thing, to play for them for so long and not really win anything, and then the next year join a different team and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Why did Barry Sanders then retire? Barry Sanders. I
think they were just being abused, just being run.
And then
down.
I don't think that's his official reason.
I mean,
actually, you know what? Look at this.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders decided to retire from the NFL because he was exhausted and frustrated. The Detroit Lions front office did not seem willing to build a winning team.
He didn't want to get traded.
That's a good question.
I don't know if you had been allowed to do as much of moving around. Now I think you could just request it, and they're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
But it would be, you would think, why would you not just go? I mean, he probably was older. He's probably beat up. 31 is, old.
Not so young for a running back.
Not for a running back. And then Calvin Johnson was kind of the same, 31. You're like, but I mean, you play probably more than anybody plays in that position. Or that's how important you are.
But I mean, the season they retired, they had great years. It's not like they were showing they were going down.
Yeah.
But as a Lions fan, I mean, it's so frustrating. Two of your best players in early because your team's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Pistons won back-to-back NBA championships in 89 and 90, and then again in 2004. Right before, it was in between, this is my heyday, there was Magic and Bird, and then when they were kind of phased out, but before Jordan started winning, it was the Pistons. They were the bad boys. And, and back-to-back championships, and then Jordan took over, and that was it.
Well, he he had to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of the villain of
Dennis Rodman was on that team then.
Right. And they pulled
Bill
him over.
Laimbeer.
Did he win a championship with them? So he won?
I think so.
Yeah.
So Michigan football has won more games than any team in college football history. They're known for their dominance of Notre Dame. I mean, that's just what it says here. I don't make this stuff up, but they do have a winning record against Notre Dame.
Do they all time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what do you see what the record is there?
I know it was like 24-17 or something like that.
Okay,
it's enough that it's like
it's a real.
Why
thing.
are y'all still?
I wouldn't say that's dominance though.
Well, all right, I put that part in.
Okay.
24 wins. 16 wins for 17 if you count.
We recently had a bunch of wins vacated.
You're right. So it made it 17 instead of 16.
No. I'm not saying it would change it, but it did change all-time winningest teams. It really affected that.
Why did you get vacated?
I can't remember what we've self-reported to the NCAA some violations.
Oof.
And we're Notre Dame, so they came down hard on us. Obviously, they want to, they want the
stuff
big
while
guys
you were
to
there?
fall.
Never turn yourself in.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we learned the hard way. I guess you're not supposed. We did everything you're supposed to do. Self-reported, and they came down hard.
Yeah, it's nice.
Never turn yourself in.
Michigan Stadium.
I mean, unless they're looking for you.
Yeah.
Michigan Stadium's the largest stadium in the Western Hemisphere.
The big house.
Third largest stadium in the world.
The old Western.
What about
Hemisphere.
the Eastern Hemisphere?
No one talks about it.
They don't.
They don't.
North Korea had the second largest. I looked it up. The largest stadiums in the world.
Well, what do they do over there?
I don't know.
I've been to Michigan game.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What's cool about their stadium is it's sunken into the ground, a lot of it. So you walk up and it doesn't look too overwhelmingly large. But when you walk in and then it's
if you're standing on the very top of it and you look over, you could talk to someone that's on the ground because you're really not that high from
wow.
But it goes way, way down. I think Florida's like that. Like, if you're on that top row and someone was like right there in that grass, like you could just yell down at them.
That's a lot of fun. Growing up, my brother-in-law is from Michigan. And so I used to wear a lot of Michigan T-shirts to school as a kid. I was hoping to find one of those pictures to bring on, but I don't have it posted. But so I was
Thanks for telling us.
I was like a little Well, we're talking about Michigan
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I want you to know my affiliation to
Yeah,
Michigan, that
yeah.
I have a real connection.
What did kids at school think you're weird?
No, I think I seemed very cool. I seemed like they were like, "Ooh, this guy knows stuff about cities outside of the South."
Oh yeah, I think I would. Yeah, you'd be like, "What is that?"
Yeah. I had a Michigan basketball jersey I used to wear.
Is this when the Fab Five stuff was going on?
I couldn't tell you anything about them really, but I would wear I had a Michigan sweater. I had a Michigan T-shirt.
Is this the early 90s?
Mid 90s.
Okay. Right after Fab
It
Five.
would
Okay,
be.
so they were cool at the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be pretty awesome to like. I mean, like Michigan, but what if you did the top row was just even with the street? If it's the stadium did that,
Oh, that would be cool.
how cool would that be?
Yeah.
And then make it go down, but even make it a little bit steeper to go down, and it just looks like this. It looks like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and I would almost, you'd almost be like, make the top be as, what's that word? Like,
Make the top a dome.
yeah,
Then
no,
you just
you
walk
know,
across
it'd be- yeah, it'd be the dome. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty
You walk on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have it like be, but make it in cuts. What's the word that's like unassuming,
Oh,
Incognito?
inconspicuous.
Incognito.
inconspicuous.
Yeah.
It's conspicuous. Inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would make it, and then everybody would be like, "Oh, what's that?" And then you just go down, and you're like,
Wow.
Oh.
It's the biggest in the Western
"Yeah,
Hemisphere.
yeah." You could do a basketball court like that, and then people would be nervous about playing there. They wouldn't be, you would go in going like, "We can look at this tiny gym,
The pit.
Yeah.
the pit." Call it the
I don't want
pit.
to go into the pit. That's a
You
tough
don't want
place
to
to
come
play.
in the pit. Tough place to play.
Call it the tornado shelter.
Yeah. Also that Towns tornado shelter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You could be the Tornadoes,
Mm.
whatever your,
Yeah.
your team was.
Yeah. Could
Texas.
be the Texas Tornadoes.
Yeah, that's a band.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I
what
think
Wichita,
so.
Kansas. Their minor league team is Wind Surge,
Oh.
which is pretty morbid considering the amount of death and destruction that tornadoes cause
Their
that state every
Team
year.
is called the Wind Surge.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's a tough name.
Yeah, because it's like
I
a
think
real problem.
Yeah, well, I think tornadoes would be better than Wind Surge.
Not either, or like both of them are bad things. Actual
Yeah, but I mean
bad things
that's
for the
but I mean
state.
that doesn't sound. The Wind Surges is
It'd
not.
be like naming
yeah.
your team the coronaviruses.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It could
Yeah.
be, yeah.
It'd be better to be COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a better team
yeah,
name, though.
yeah.
But the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, the Hurricanes is a good name. You don't want to,
Yeah, Miami.
put
too,
in
yeah.
the Carolina strong winds, swirling
straight
seas.
line wins.
Swirling seas could be good though.
Yeah.
That's it.
Swirling
The
seas.
swirling seas. That would be the name of your where the Hurricanes should they play.
And your
a
mascot
swirling
could be
seas.
the letter C, and he just spins around a lot.
The swirling seas. What's the the thing that goes
Cyclone,
No, but it goes down in the water.
the drain, whirlpool.
Whirlpool. Like a whirlpool. So you're
Yeah.
But I like
We're doing charades on
Here's
here.
what you do. You do a swirling sea, and you have everybody wears a blue, you wear different color blues, and then it's like when they just
Yeah.
move like that and just see it, and then it goes in your stadium needs to be in a circle.
And then like the wave takes on a whole
Yeah.
new,
Oh, it's the real wave. It's a real wave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to a game there?
The Bermuda Triangle. Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle, where we take down everything.
Yeah.
We've taken down lions and bears and jets. You
Emus.
say all,
Boat, yeah, everything.
Boats.
Boats.
Yeah, all of it.
Weary travelers.
We really try. Yeah.
Anything.
Some people get through, but not many.
You're lucky if
They
you
live
did.
to tell about it. Yeah. Go ahead to y'all's boring conversation. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt it over there. Y'all had a private conversation. You ever been in a game over?
Don't answer it, Aaron. Can I move on?
Yeah, guess so. Yeah, didn't it feel like a private conversation? So, Aaron, you ever been to game over Michigan? Yeah, when one time we went, and my aunt and uncle, I went and saw them, and we went and had to leave after the first half, but I had a really good time.
Beat the traffic.
Beat the traffic. I watched them play Iowa. Michigan play Iowa.
I was going to set him up for a joke
Oh.
because it's in Wichita where old Chicago is.
Oh.
Oh,
Let's go to an old Chicago callback.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Never mind.
I don't think you would have got it, dude.
Yeah, you guys don't get callbacks.
No, I'm saying Aaron would have. I think you would have picked up what he was laying down.
I think so.
How were you gonna
He
say
would have
it?
taken me there.
I was going to say, you ever been to a game there? Yeah. You ever been to old Chicago?
That's fine.
Oh.
I would have got that. Yeah.
Oh.
He did it real on the nose.
Yeah, but wait, you're doing the joke. You're not setting up him. You just said you were setting him up for the joke. But the joke is you're making fun of him. He is the joke is on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not teeing
You're
me
not.
up for
That's
a
what
joke.
yeah. You said it like you were teeing him up for a joke.
Well, I'm teeing up for a joke.
He's
Yeah.
teeing himself up. for
You're,
a
you're
joke.
teeing yourself up
Yeah.
to make fun of Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Was it not said the other way?
Yeah, yeah.
It was said like
You thought you were throwing it to me.
He
and
was
then I
the
was going to
joke.
spike it.
I know
Yeah.
that's what I was making
Yeah.
a joke of because
Okay.
I was saying like, oh, would he have got it like the callback? But you were just gonna point and laugh at him.
It's a smart joke for smart people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to dumb it down for
It worked in the '80s and it still works now.
some bonehead mass audience. Our next partner is Athletic Greens. I think we all enjoy taking our AG1. I got a little out of control this weekend. I eat terribly all weekend. I'm like, I got to reset. So
Yeah.
yesterday morning, Monday morning started AG1.
Yeah.
Athletic Greens. Just a good way to start your day. You get all the vitamins and nutrients you need. It makes us feel better. It's like we're doing something good to cover all our nutritional bases. It's much easier to mix than it's just one scoop of powder and water once a day. It's the healthiest thing you can do in under a minute and costs less than $3 a day. Since we travel so often, we can take it with us on the road. Just take the travel pack, you pack it, you go. You can get free monthly delivery to make it even easier. Every scoop has 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients of the highest quality that have major benefits like gut and mood support, boosted energy, and even healthier looking skin, hair, and nails. Look at my hair. It looks great. AG1 has been part of millions of mornings since 2010. If you're looking for an easier way to take supplements, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/Nate. That's athleticgreens.com/Nate. Check it out.
Boom.
Battle Creek, Michigan is the cereal capital of the world.
Cereal?
Killers.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't say that. That's it, Dustin.
Is that pronounced different?
Huh? Serial killers?
No,
Oh,
it's
I think
pronounced the
spelled
exact same way.
They spell it the same way.
No, they're spelled very different.
That's why it went on longer than it did because people were like, they didn't know it was a problem. They thought it was very polite.
Loves the cereal.
Yeah, they go, I'm a serial killer myself. And then they would fist pound. And eventually they go, no, people are dying.
Yeah.
They go, oh. Well, we should change that name. We should change
gotta
the
spell
spelling.
it
We got
differently.
to spell that differently. I've been to Battle Creek quite a few times.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
For what
Corporate
reason?
stuff.
I think so. Yeah, Battle Creek was. I've been there in Grand Rapids. I always say Michigan's somewhere I've been shockingly a lot of times.
Yeah.
My buddy John that we lived with Michael when I moved to Chicago. He's from Michigan, so we would go to Michigan all the time. I'm gonna see them all in Kalamazoo. I have a lot of Michigan ties of just like friends. My buddy I went to high school with. They live in Grand. I think he got married in Grand Rapids. They live up in Grand Rapids. So I just had a lot of Michigan connections, and so I've been to Michigan a bunch. A lot of the Yoders were all out of Michigan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Yoders were great. They would book all these one-nighters and stuff like that. So they were the first people that I ever got to go on the road with, and it was they'd book you on these runs.
The Yoders really hooked me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those were all
Yoder's
those
good
shows
people.
that I was doing with Dusty. Those are all funny
Yoder
business
gigs?
gigs.
Yeah.
yeah. Yoders were people don't know what we're talking about, but yeah, they would just had a bunch of like venues that would do a lot of one-nighters.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And
They got Dr. Grins, too, in Grand
Dr.
Rapids.
Grins at the
Yeah.
Bob. That's a great club. That's
Yeah.
in Grand Rapids.
The B.O.B.
Yeah, a lot of great places. The Bob. They had to put a net there because people fell off. There's a net in the middle because it's 3 floors.
Yeah.
And people were drunk and they've fallen off.
Oh, they weren't doing it on purpose.
I don't think so. No.
The Gerald Ford Library is in Grand Rapids too.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sad one.
Got that Ford right out of there.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Kramer got rid of? He goes, you know that picture I had with Gerald Ford? He goes, took it to the thing, got that Ford right out of there.
I don't even remember that.
What? I think it's the
Where George wants the photo thing photoshopped.
taking him out
Uh-huh.
of the photo, and he says, "You remember that photo I had with Gerald Ford? I think it's Gerald Ford."
Yeah.
Kramer says that. Yeah,
But
took that right there, got that Ford taken right out of there, like you would take a present.
Well, are we going to move on from cereal? I mean, I thought we might want to talk about Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, feel free.
Post.
Oh yeah, let's get into
Let's
it.
get-
Yeah, Raisin Bran's great cereal, man, and
No, I do want to talk about
Post and Frosted Flakes are one of a kind. They never made something like that before, and they all started in Michigan. Is that where they invented cereal?
Yes.
Did
Frosted
they?
Flakes are delicious.
It's where Kellogg is.
The Kellogg brother and Post, according to that.
Yeah.
Kellogg Brothers invented cereal,
They were trying to make granola, and they made flakes instead. Corn flakes.
Wow.
And they said,
and then they put it in.
pour some milk over it.
Yeah, why? Were they not putting milk in it, or would people eat granola with milk?
I don't know.
I do granola with yogurt. Starting to have a slight problem with it.
Yeah.
And
I remember I was
Yeah.
here when you seemed to discover granola with yogurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never had it. And it opened a whole new door.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a big problem. It's my new ice cream problem.
Yeah.
It's a little better, but not.
Yeah, you can
and
say,
then-
I'm working on my gut bio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've thought recently, I bet you could just put cereal also in the yogurt, which I bet would be pretty good too, because it'd be crunchy.
Have you tried it?
No, I got such a good thing going with the granola. I like it so much. I sometimes don't. When I like something, I don't like.
Yeah. Don't
Sometimes
mess with
mixing two things and like I'm not the most fun. I can become fun in some little things like dessert. Like if I'm going to eat dessert, I don't want just like crazy dessert. Like I want my, we had after the Bridgestone, we had an ice cream bar set up. Obviously, Laura, knew I wanted that. By the way, I had one little tiny cup of ice cream.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to eat. You know what I ate after after Bridgestone? Because I didn't eat because I had to do all these meet and greets. And then we met all these people, wonderful people. Yeah. Well, wonderful. We met some parents from the Covenant School here in Nashville. It's very, very sweet. And I met the two cops.
Oh, really?
Is completely different. Now
They were there at the show?
Yeah. The two cops that went in. I mean, there was 5 cops that went in, but the
Right.
two that the shooters were,
Yeah.
they came in, and I met them afterwards, and so that was very, very nice. We invited them to the show, and they were awesome and obviously heroes, and so
Charge them full price.
yeah, of course.
They were like, you can come.
Well,
Yeah.
they're
but,
basically famous now,
yeah.
so I was
They can
like,
afford it.
You guys are doing good. I go, you cops get paid too much.
That's what
I go, who am I say? I go, I ain't giving you, you already get my taxes. I ain't giving you free tickets. You know what I mean? No, they were super cool. But then, so like, I was like all, so you're just like, and then I go to the meet and greet and it's just all my, you just didn't get to eat like a wedding. And then, so I came home, ate bagel bites and yogurt and granola.
All right.
I love some bagel bites.
It's like a wedding, where you never get to like eat. Like you were walking around, you had to make your
Oh, yeah.
rounds. Yeah, you couldn't even enjoy.
No, you
There
don't.
was a heck of a spread there at that after party, dude.
Yeah.
Pigs
What was
in a
that little thing
blanket?
you were making with the ice cream?
Oh, it was the ice cream, and I put some
It's a Sunday bar.
Granola?
Oreo cookies in there.
Oh, Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Not
fun.
granola, but it was very good. Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, so even that dessert, like, I got just the vanilla. Well, I go to the chocolate. He goes, chocolate's pretty. It's been melted.
Yeah, it was all pretty
And I was
melted
like-
by the time I
And
got
then
there.
so he goes, do vanilla. I mean, I got it at like 12:30, and so I got just a cup of vanilla with some chocolate syrup on it. Like even with all this stuff on it, I'm not a big like, yeah, that's a dessert. Like let's try a bunch of stuff on it. I like if I'm going to eat dessert, I just want it to be exactly. I want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
For some reason, like I could. maybe if I don't care about something, I could try something. But if I'm gonna eat, I can get so focused on like if I know I'm gonna eat, like if I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna go home tonight and I'm gonna eat ice cream and I'm gonna eat a big thing of it and I know what I'm gonna go do. I don't want anything to ruin that. So like I don't want any dessert or something before. I don't want to get filled up before I already blocked the time off in my head. I already like want to do it at night. I want to do, and I need it to be done exactly how I want it to be done. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I'll have dessert whenever. I'm like, no, I got to do that at night. I need to stop that because then I wouldn't probably eat as much. But all right,
The Cross in the Woods is a Catholic.
but no one saw any of that coming.
Yeah.
I've been a million years. No one could think in the Michigan episode I could bring up the two cops of the covenant, and I mean not even at the beginning.
Yeah.
Deep into the mission,
Yeah.
we're talking about cereal,
And then it turns into ice cream.
and then it
From
turns
there,
into
yeah.
ice cream into the two cops.
I didn't get to eat ice cream. I had to go meet with these cops and families of the
Yeah.
victims.
I did. Well, I wanted to say we met with them last time because it was obviously overwhelming to meet them, and our buddy Brett, to another kid we met. But yeah, I wanted to shout, and then it all just led to it. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fly it off the handle there.
I'm along for the ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love cereal. I love ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, heroes.
Yeah.
All of those.
I was wondering how you were going to spin that.
Yeah.
The Cross in the Woods is a Catholic shrine.
Are we doing no more cereal talk though?
Well, I mean, we just moved to school shooters, so I thought,
Yeah.
thought maybe we should just move on.
Yeah. I thought we could go back to
All right,
cereals.
let's go back to cereal. What's
Post makes Sugar Smacks. Big fan of that cereal.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like Kellogg's dominates Post, but what's Post big cereal?
I feel like the Smacks was the
Sugar
one.
Smacks?
Smacks,
Yeah.
Sugar Smacks, not that big of a cereal.
Is it not?
It's a good cereal and it's a famous cereal, but it's not Michael Jordan. You know, Frosted Flakes is like Michael Jordan.
What
Like,
about Corn Pops?
Post is Honey Bunches of Oats.
That's a big one.
That's a big
Golden
one.
Crisp, Honeycomb,
Honeycomb. Oh yeah, Sugar Smacks
Grape
may be
Nuts are
Kellogg's.
Raisin Bran,
Raisin
Oh,
Bran's
and
big.
all the Pebbles
Fruity
iterations.
Pebbles. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if that includes Cocoa Pebbles.
So like if you
Bran
want to,
Flakes.
what do you think
Bran
competes
I need
with
I need my fiber.
Frosted Flakes? Like as far as like I would say Raisin Bran
Raisin Bran.
is could go.
Raisin Bran's a big one.
Fruity Pebbles, I would say, is the closest, but I don't think it's not Frosted Flakes. I mean, Frosted Flakes. If someone had a gun to your head for some reason and said name a cereal, like you're gonna say Frosted like that. I
or
think
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Yeah, Cheerios or Frosted Flakes are your.
Is Kellogg's Cheerios or is Cheerios their own brand?
I don't know.
Are they like Dr. Pepper?
Its own brand.
Its
I
own
told some
I
of
think
that.
Dr. Pepper's out of Michigan.
It's out of
No, it's
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, you're wrong on that. So
Dusty.
Why did you think that?
yeah.
Well, when I was
That
in
was
Michigan, I drove by. Maybe Mr. Pibb is there.
out of all the things you said, that's the dumbest one you've ever said.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's been some things.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Well,
That would be great to me. That's the one where everybody goes, well, that's enough.
Whoa, that is enough.
That's
Dusty.
enough.
Yeah.
Go back to the, why didn't you
I'm
go?
trying to find out where Mr. Pibb was invented now.
Yeah.
because I feel like I drove in Michigan. I drove by a building that I thought, well, it had Dr. Pepper.
Did you ever
on
think
it.
about Mr. Pig having a color?
What do you mean?
It said the color caramel.
yeah.
You ever think of the drink having a color? I think
Yeah,
it's
because
just
they're all
brown.
clear.
I think it's brown. I never think of it being like, I would never describe a color. Like, if someone goes, what color? I guess it's such weird to go, I have Diet Coke. What color is it? You'd be like, it's
Just some
like,
kind of
it's
dark,
dark.
liquid.
dark
Yeah.
brown.
It kind of brownish black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think,
What
yeah.
about a Sprite? What color is a Sprite?
white?
Wha- So why do you guys know offhand so hard where Dr. Pepper's from?
Well, we do a podcast, and if you've ever been part of it, you would know that we talked about it.
Yeah, I think.
Were you
last
not
week-
on the
You
episode?
did the
A couple
Texas
weeks ago.
episode
Were-
with us.
Yeah. You
Did
were
I?
on the Texas episode?
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we talked about Dr. Pepper being from its own company.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Well, I do know that.
I don't even think we talked about the Texas
No,
episode.
that might have been
Yeah.
the Greg Warren episode where Dusty was not here.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
If so, My apologies.
Yeah.
I should have listened to it.
Yeah.
Uh,
That didn't
Now
hit you off.
Kellogg's, man, this list of Kellogg's has the heavy
so
hitters.
Bare
dude.
Naked granola is big. That's big. Honey Smacks. They have
Apple
Honey
Jacks,
Smacks.
dude. Corn Flakes. We're talking Corn Pops, Raisin Bran, Special K, Frosted Flakes.
Oh, you got a load.
I actually like Crispix.
Frosted
I used to have some
Mini
Crispix
Wheats.
as a
Fruit
kid.
Loops.
Fruit Loops, Frosted Mini
Kashi.
Wheats.
Kashi's that like
Rice-
healthy kind.
Rice Krispies.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's
They're
not even.
dominating.
One time when I was a kid, I ate corn pops and I threw up the corn pops and it made like a little corn pop pie.
Yeah.
And I've never had it since.
What is Cheerios? Is there their own thing?
That was unnecessary.
was it?
No, I'm joking. You just made Lauren sick, but that's okay.
That's General Mills.
Oh, let's see what
General
they do. General
Mills.
Mills might be.
They
General
might
Mills
actually
is a big
be the
Yeah.
leader here. They've got
General
Cheerios.
Motors.
Well, Cheerios is that's like the Coca-Cola of Cheerio.
Yeah.
Of cereal.
And then Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut
Huge,
Cheerios,
huge.
multigrain. So all these types of Cheerios.
Well, they're just yeah. it seems-
Chex.
Chex.
I mean, you even
Chex is a
have
big one.
Chex
Lucky
Mix.
Charms. I mean,
Lucky Charms.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch too.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
you're getting loud with the food.
I'm getting excited.
Fired up.
The more I scroll down, the more.
I was like, yeah, Aaron's getting into it.
Oh, dude, General Mills takes this. I mean, I don't even think it's close.
I think I'm
Reese's
on board.
Puffs, Cookie Crisp, Golden Grams, Tricks,
Oh,
Kicks,
I don't know. I'm still with.
Wheaties.
Wheaties is terrible, but
Wheaties is not good, but it's iconic.
it's iconic. But I don't even. They tricked you into because Raisin Nut Brand. That's awesome.
I'm still with.
Now General Mills is not. Yeah, it's
with
the
other-
best.
with the Frosted Flakes
What?
brand. I'm still with
Kellogg's?
no,
With Kellogg, dude.
That's
I'm
crazy.
still with Kellogg's.
that's
Kellogg's or
crazy.
Kellogg?
Getting your Musilix cereal there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
it's
some
my
of that.
Terrible.
That's crazy, dude. It's the other one is everything. The other one's the most fun.
But
It's
this
versatile.
Is, a Michigan episode though. We got to kind of.
Well, where was Cheerios from?
Cheerios is from General Mills.
You're saying
I
if
know
you
where
said
General
name
Mills at.
Let's look that up.
But if you
huh?
say
I
you're
think
saying
it's
name a
Cleveland.
cereal, Cheerios, you think would be the first thing people would say?
No, that's Cheerios or Frosted Flakes.
I would say cornflakes.
I think your age would say cornflakes too.
You may be right about that.
And
They're
then-
from Minnesota. General Mills is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
yeah. I think you're borderline. Frosted Flakes is probably about to get aged out
You
because
think?
you don't hear. I don't hear about it like you used to.
Frosted Flakes.
What you heard about this?
You just heard about Frosted Flakes all the time. I don't think I hear about them that much anymore.
Tony the Tiger's getting old.
You just don't hear about it like you do at Cheerios. Cheerios is the you hear about Cheerios all the time. It's out on the street. You said
People are talking.
You said cornflakes. I mean that's like
Cornflakes is crazy.
I mean
dude.
cornflakes is like that's. I mean,
That's cereal.
people don't even know what that is. That's how they would describe frosted flakes.
Yeah.
They go out and they're like corn chip,
But good.
cornflakes, but
Yeah.
good. Yeah, cornflakes are that is the.
Cornflakes is where it's at.
No, that your age group, your age group decides if what time? I was gonna say you can get Harper up here.
Oh, Kellogg's has got it by a percentage.
Now these are the
Is Harper
2014
here?
market share breakdown. So who knows how things have changed in the last 9 years? But Kellogg's at a slight lead over General Mills, 32%
If they
versus
get
31.
don't have it up, and I'm gonna just ask her to name.
Well, that's unfair. That's
Why?
home cooking.
She doesn't even like cereal, so it might not be good.
Okay.
But you're right. This will be the test,
Which
because
is
it's
a-
about the next generation. How they're,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Cheerios. I don't think it's.
Are you just gonna
or-
ask her to name
Well,
a
so
cereal?
Laura loves cereal, so she eats it a lot, and so we have a lot of it. Harper doesn't, but I'm just trying to get a gauge. So it's not, but it might be a good gauge because it's someone that doesn't think about it that much. But she's probably just going to say what we have. I bet she'll say Cheerios because that's what I think we have a lot of Cheerios.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
need an unbiased consumer. Go get Felix.
yeah. But if Felix is older, so we have our age group. Like we're going to say, you know, you said cornflakes, which is, you know,
You remember a cereal called King Vitamin? Anybody remember that?
no.
Trump my cornflakes.
Yeah. That's crazy talk right there.
Oh, King Vitamin.
That's crazy talk.
Where's Captain Crunch? I didn't see that.
Oh,
in any of
Captain
this.
Crunch, mate. Look
King
at
Vitamin.
Oh,
You
I
remember
do
that?
remember that.
I
Do
don't.
not.
That has a regular person on the
It's
on
just
the
a picture
front.
of a guy.
Yeah, that's. I tell you, I think that's hard to have a regular person. Let me just ask you this question. All right, I'm gonna just say cereal. So, what cereal comes to mind when you say cereal? When I say cereal,
I don't know.
name. What would you say? What's a cereal? Name a cereal.
Lucky Charms.
Okay.
Oh man, there we
Charms.
go.
We were trying to see. You wouldn't say Cheerios. What would you say?
Lucky Charms.
If I said cereal, when you think of cereal, you think of
That's what I ate. Lucky
Yeah.
Charms.
yeah,
You guys eat candy for breakfast.
So Lucky Charms is General Mills,
How do you feel about cereal? Do you like cereal?
or is it Kellogg's? I think it's Kellogg's.
She does not. She does not. All right.
No, I think it's
She said, like, so, yeah. I mean, she's going off of Laura's got a cereal problem.
General Mills. Michigan wins.
Where was Captain
General
Crunch?
Mills is from Minnesota.
Where was Captain Crunch?
I don't know.
Yeah. They might be their own thing.
They might be the Dr. Pepper. No, they're from Quaker Oats Company. That's the
It was a small percentage.
the
on
dark
there.
horse. Yeah.
Look at Quaker. What does Quaker Oats have? I mean,
Oh,
they
gotta
could
look
be.
all that up. They got oatmeal.
They got Quaker Oats. I mean, I think General Mills is. They're just doing. They're
It's gonna be
do-
tough to top that.
They're doing so good, and yeah,
They got
I mean,
Life.
Kellogg's had more.
Look, I'm a big fan of Life.
Yeah, me too.
I don't. No, I don't like Life. They got a lot of granola. I mean, they're
Quisp.
How
done.
about this Quisp?
Yeah, they're done,
Crunchy.
dude.
I mean, that is a weak looking cereal.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
I don't think you
mascot.
can have a regular person as on a
gotta
cereal.
Well, that's
got a
why King
helicopter
Vitamin
head?
struggled so
King
much.
Vitamin, it was a tough one because it's you can't have a guy on it. Like it's like just a random guy.
Well, just Wheaties might be the only one.
It's an athlete, so it's
Okay,
like kind of
it's-
like a superhero type.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that was a dude. That was like a regular dude that was on.
I had a Wheaties box from the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta with all the gymnastics girls on there.
Oh yeah,
Probably had a
Yeah.
crush on them.
I did. That was their age.
I can't find just a list of this.
It would be weird if I had
Here
a
we
crush
go.
on them now, but at the time, we were the same age.
Well, you're still
now
the
they're
same
still
age.
the same age now.
Right, but they're not really gymnasts now, I would imagine.
Oh, you think they're all fat now?
Well, they're probably. I was just
Carrie Scrugg.
they're probably out of the game.
Oh, Sean Johnson.
I think it was Dominique Mucciano was the.
Oh, older than
Yeah,
yeah,
Sean Johnson's
like
the hottest
Natasha,
Mr.
or
T.
Mr. T.
Yeah, so Quaker had Captain Crunch, Life cereal, Quisp, Mr. T cereal,
They had
That-
your King Vitamin.
and they were a King Vitamin
Vitamin.
brand. How about that?
Yeah.
It discontinued in 2019. Isn't that crazy to think
It made it.
I'll never have that ever again?
It was made in 1968, though. It made it a long time.
I
dude.
mean, that's a good run, dude.
that is a solid run.
That'll be the longest running TV show of all
He
time.
could come back.
Probably outlasted the king himself.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch is a solid. That's probably that carries everything for them.
I mean, it's
we
enough
would-
to keep them competitive, but I don't think it puts them over the top
Yeah.
over General Mills or
Well,
even
No,
they were
no,
in
I'm
that
s- no, not even
pie
close.
chart.
But it's like, but I'm saying
They
that's
were.
that's a big brand to have. Like we have Captain Crunch. I think if you work for Quaker, I don't know if you even think of Captain Crunch. I think you'd be like, well, we have all the Quaker. You're like, I know Quaker, and you go, you know, we have Captain Crunch, and you go, oh wow, that is crazy. But yeah, General Mills is like, they're not even going to answer the phone for Quaker. I mean, they're it's like, what are we doing? Like they have Cinnamon Toast Crunch is awesome.
Reese's
I've never had
Puffs.
French Toast Crunch, and I would like to try that. I like cereal too.
How about Cinnamon Toast Crunch churros?
I thought you
bet
said you weren't a
it's
big
good.
cereal guy.
No, Harper's not. Laura's a big cereal guy.
Okay.
I like cereal. She is a big cereal guy. And then, but I like cereal.
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. I mean,
So
Golden
good.
Grams is like the not good,
Fiber one.
not good cinnamon toast, but it's like they're still good and solid, and you've heard of them.
Okay.
What about
And you
apple
Okay.
apple cinnamon Cheerios? Do you remember those?
Cheerios is great. General Mills is all Cheerios are.
Those are a good one.
I think
Those
it's Cheerios is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. All right. All right,
Apple
see?
Jacks. You remember that cereal? That
Yeah,
was
that's-
a good one.
Is that not around anymore?
What? It doesn't taste like apples. Well, we eat what we like. You remember those commercials?
Mm-hmm. Apple. I remember Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why do
it's
you
great.
eat it if it doesn't taste like apples? We eat what we like.
You know the
Yeah.
Life cereal commercial with Mikey?
I remember it a little bit.
It was a classic commercial from the 70s.
Never seen it.
You ever heard of it?
No.
Tricks are not for kids.
The life I remember.
I know that. They're
Tricks
after me,
for
Lucky
kids.
Charms.
What was
Tricks are for
Mikey?
kids.
What was the Mikey one?
Give it to Mike. He won't eat it.
Yeah.
He likes it. He likes
Mikey
it.
likes it. Mikey likes it. Wasn't
Yeah.
it Mikey likes it?
I thought it was he likes it. He
Maybe
likes
it is he likes it.
It's one of the classic commercials.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a giant cross in the woods. Some Catholics made it. Who cares, right? Let's move on.
What was it?
It's the second largest crucifix in the world.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
The largest crucifix in the world was in Bardstown, Kentucky. So that's just kind of weird. You think it'd be somewhere like, I don't know, Brazil
Yeah,
or
Rome.
Rome. It's
Yeah.
in, I guess I missed that when we did the Kentucky episode. There's one president from Michigan. You've already named him,
Gerald R. Ford.
Gerald Ford.
Thomas Jefferson.
Threw in the middle name.
Yeah.
Was not born in Michigan, but grew up there.
But was a football star at the University of Michigan.
Yep.
So beloved.
Where was he born?
Anybody want to guess?
Pennsylvania.
Wisconsin.
Lebanon, Tennessee.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow. Wow.
A couple of guys came close though.
To being born there?
That's what it sounded
Yeah, I know. Thomas Dewey was born in Michigan. He's the one that the famous Chicago Daily Tribune, Dewey defeats Truman.
Right. Yeah, because they had to print it early.
Everybody
Yeah.
remembers that.
That was a big.
I'm not saying remember you've ever seen that or
No.
pull that up. It's
It's a famous picture because the paper erroneously reported.
the wrong presidential winner.
What he what?
So there's Truman.
That's Truman
What'd
holding
you
up
say
the
erroneously?
Erroneously.
What is that? Wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
erroneous.
Yeah. So there's Truman holding up the sign that says Dewey defeats Truman when that did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's a famous picture. You never seen that?
No. And then where would why did they thought he was going to win, or they thought he won?
hmm
Mm-hmm.
And then what? Truman just came in and won at the end or something? Or
It was a bit of an upset, I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah,
They
yeah.
hadn't counted all the ballots.
Hanging Chad.
Mitt Romney was born in Michigan.
Oh wow.
His dad was the governor.
Yep.
Wow.
I just like you know everything about the guy. Were you born in Michigan?
Who's a celebrity from Michigan you think of?
Bob
Madonna.
Seger.
Hold on.
Oh,
Madonna?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Madonna.
Yep.
That's a crazy one.
Yeah. Kid Rock. Madonna.
I
Derek
guess-
Jeter.
You know what? It would have been
You're nailing this.
Eminem, but Eminem, I don't know if I would have thought Detroit, but then I don't know. You don't always think. I don't think Detroit, Michigan for some. Detroit sometimes feels like it's its own thing.
It's his own thing, yeah. He
In
was
my
also-
head, for someone, I'm.
Bob Seger's the greatest Michigan.
I would have probably. You know what? I might have said Tom Brady. And where's he from?
California, I believe,
Oh,
right?
See, it's not
Yeah.
wrong.
But I played football in Michigan.
Yeah. So I didn't even think Madonna was from somewhere.
Yeah. I thought she was European. Before I found out she was
they
from
just
Michigan.
made her. I'd be
She's
like,
got an
right.
accent sometimes. You're like, where are you from?
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, you don't even think about her growing up.
Man, there was like 2 or 3 years where she had a British accent.
hmm
Yeah, where's Tom Cruise from?
Oh,
California, I would think.
I think so. We'll never know.
Yeah.
Eminem, I mean, he is Michigan. No, he wasn't born in Michigan, but
born in Missouri, right?
yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And how long did he live in Missouri? Not long, I guess.
I think he was at least till he's a teenager before he moved.
Oh, he's like Southern.
If you count Missouri, I think that's Midwest.
I
but-
should have known this. I was just there in Syracuse, New York. That's where Tom Cruise is from. Syracuse, New York.
Mm,
And I remember looking up who was from here, and that's a big one.
that is a big one. Where's Tom Hanks from?
A
California.
factory.
Australia.
Oakland, California. I believe he was
They
worked
made
for
him in a factory.
Oakland A's.
Hanks is from, he's from Concord, California.
Wow.
Was
You
he
don't
like an
think about
usher for
that.
the A's when he was a kid?
Tom Hanks? I've
Yeah.
never heard that. That's pretty cool.
I believe he worked for the A's in some
Yeah.
capacity when he was a
He was in Apollo 13. Maybe is that what you're thinking about?
maybe.
I don't know.
A League of Their
I
Own.
just saw A League of Their Own.
Some other
Sorry.
people
You
born in
seen
Michigan.
Apollo 13, by the way?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. A long time ago.
right,
Yeah.
that's
What
good.
am I watching?
Brian and I watched it together.
I went and watched. Man, what was I watching? I started.
A Few Good
something.
Men.
I watched A Few Good.
You watched
Men.
the whole thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I talked about that on this, right?
We
Yeah,
talked about
talked
it on
about
the
it.
bus.
Yeah.
Oh, I did A Few Good Men, and it was great.
Yeah.
I did it in 2 nights, and I broke it up with the new Scream. I went and watched the new Scream in between. So I
Little
did,
palate
Just
cleanser.
how you should watch.
I did half Few
You did the
Good
palate cleanser
Men,
in the middle.
then I did new Scream. Then I went back and finished the other Few Good.
Few Good Men is great.
It was really good. And now I'm trying to think of like an old. What's in the like? I was like, I kind of want to go to these old movies.
You should do. What's the one that I was talking to you about for so long, Brian, with Richard Gere? A Few Good. No.
Officer and a Gentleman.
Officer and a Gentleman. That's one of my favorites all time.
Yeah,
It's
see,
so
that's
good.
what I'm in. I think that's what I might go.
It's
I
so
get
good.
That. I get that. I'm in the mood for that.
That is exactly the
Yeah.
vibe of A Few Good Men.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay, I like it.
I may watch it again tonight.
Wow.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Some other people born in Michigan. David Spade.
Oh wow.
Vern,
I thought you think Arizona with him.
Yeah.
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 Vern Troyer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Many me.
Burt Reynolds.
Oh.
Elizabeth Berkley.
I don't know. Who's that?
Jesse
Everybody- yeah.
Spano.
Everybody feels rugged from Michigan.
Uh-huh.
I think
A lot of cold winters
What
up
is her
there.
name? Elizabeth Berkley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very rugged.
Saved by the Bell.
Jesse Spano.
No, I don't. She's not rugged. I'm making that up.
Oh.
I just said it.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Her,
Doesn't it
right?
make sense though that she's from Michigan?
I can see
It
that.
does.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
see it. Michigan's got like I meant with Burt Reynolds. Like Michigan's got like kind of a strong like personality. Like that. Like she kind of came in to Saved by the Bell, and you're like she doesn't really fit in with everybody. She's kind of her own thing, and you're like, yeah, that's Michigan. Saved by the Bell was like she didn't fit in.
I would say that about Screech.
But Screech, like
Screech was that Saved by the Bell from the beginning.
he was from the beginning. She came in late.
Oh, she
Yeah.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't
the
know
first
that.
couple of seasons was just Zach, Screech,
Kelly Slater.
I don't even know if
And
Slater.
there was another girl.
I don't think
right?
Slater was in the early.
I think
ones.
Slater was.
I don't think Kelly was. I think it was Zach, Screech, maybe Lisa,
Yeah.
and then there was another girl and another guy.
Yeah, it was kind of like a girl with like a leather jacket,
Yeah.
that type of girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I think so.
The beginning, there was nobody even in the cast. You're like they had one guy in it. Screech. It was
original
basically
character.
Zach and Screech. I mean,
Oh man.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
Can't
don't-
find any
Like
evidence of
season
this.
one.
Saved by the
Yeah.
originals. Yeah, Saved by the season 1 cast. I think it was. All right, there we go. See,
Oh jeez.
that's the new one.
Oh dude. I'm bombing here.
Yeah. Look at Wikipedia. I mean, it's not on Wikipedia or something.
Yeah. What is that? The new class. What is that?
Yeah, there's a new
There's
one.
a
They did
new
a
one.
spin-off of it
Yeah.
with Mr. Belding. too?
I've met Mr. Building. Have you
Oh,
ever
the
done a show
actor?
with him? Yeah. I think he does comedy. Does he do comedy or something?
I don't know.
Huh. I think
Maybe
I
it
met
was
Mr. Building.
Slater,
I met
but
him.
not Kelly or
No,
Jesse.
I think it was all of them. I think it was. She was added later. She was the in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's from Michigan.
Do
gonna find
Wikipedia
it.
on
I'll
Saved by the
find
Bell. Yeah. All right. Go.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., Jack
Okay.
White, Stevie
Okay.
Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
Serena Williams, Magic Johnson,
Played
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Yeah.
Flint, Michigan. Had some water problems. I think we all know about that.
Yeah.
They just, it's still kind of going on. I think a judge just approved a $600 million settlement for the victims. But there's
seems
still
low.
there's still
That seems.
some
Yeah. That seems very low.
Been poisonous for years.
Yeah.
Seems low.
A regular water.
626 million. There's still few homes that the pipes still haven't been replaced. It's been
And it's not even fixed.
9
Yeah.
years.
We'll give you $600 million. All right. Was it still good water? You're like, no.
yeah.
They keep pushing back the deadline to get everything fixed. It's now August of 2023.
They should just. Who's in charge of this? The Michigan government?
I think a few
Yeah.
people. Some of it, I think, has to do with the homeowners being suspicious and doesn't want people on their land. I don't
Well,
know.
I get that.
That's what I read.
All right. And now you're on board with.
Well, I'm on board with the homeowners being suspicious.
Yeah. Oh, the government. doesn't
Yeah,
want-
coming around, digging around.
Yeah. What are you digging about?
Yeah.
What are you digging over there?
Yeah.
Some movie set in Michigan, 8 Mile,
Oh yeah.
Semi-Pro.
Oh yeah.
I just watched
Flint.
that the other day. That's great.
Is that in Flint also?
Yeah, it's a Flint Tropics. Flint Tropics.
Oh, yeah, that's the girl.
So I'm talking about right
But
there.
okay, so I do remember this girl.
And she was only on the show for a little bit.
Like one season.
Yeah,
What's she-
but I don't know if she was the first. You know,
I don't know. I'm gonna
yeah.
look that up though. I remember because you
Yeah.
would see I didn't start season 1, but I would see reruns and I'd be like, who are these people?
Yeah, I think you were looking at.
Maybe she's on the college years.
No, that was,
she was in
uh,
high school.
That was
I remember this girl, but
I don't think this is the girl I'm thinking about either.
yeah, I think yeah.
This is a interesting story. In 1979, Saddam Hussein, Iraqi's president, donated $500,000 to the Sacred Heart Chaldean Church in Detroit. They had a Chaldean, I guess, is a sect of Iraqis, and they had come to the U.S. and worked in Detroit for the car companies. And this huge Chaldean, like we have the most Kurds in Nashville, Detroit has the most Chaldeans. So Saddam Hussein donated $500,000 to help this church out. He was given a key to the city of Detroit from the mayor of Detroit. They all loved him. And the church's pastor said he was very generous, a warm man. He just let too much power go to his head. So they've obviously backed off of that much
When
later.
was that?
1979.
So he was like okay then. Yeah.
Yeah, they say he was very pro-America then.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 11, 12 years later is when,
Things got dark.
we first went to war with him.
That's when I was born. He didn't like that.
Yeah.
79.
Things
You were
changed.
already a working man.
79?
Yeah. Can you believe? What'd you think when you read in the paper that Saddam was over there?
79, I was second grade, maybe. First or second grade.
Yeah.
All right. That's probably a good place to wrap.
Yeah.
You think?
Is there any other little last fun things?
The world's largest weather vane is in Michigan.
Wind vane. I was about to be. What's a weather vane?
Yeah, I don't know what either of those are.
It's that thing that shows the
One of
direction.
these guys. It's
yeah.
always got something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of blows with the wind.
Kind of I think a wrong name for that.
Can
Vane.
you see if you can find a picture of this one? It's in mine.
Yeah.
It's the thing that goes north, south, east, west, shows you which way the
Montague.
wind's blowing.
Montague, Michigan.
Yeah, that seems like a weird. That name,
That's the one.
Well, maybe not as
World's
impressive.
largest
I thought.
one. It's
Oh, you see a person there. Yeah,
yeah. It's maybe
Oh,
as,
okay.
it's big. It's not
as tall as like a tall house.
Yeah,
Maybe more than that.
yeah. It's a good size. I mean,
It's
I
like
think.
you can't see it from a couple hundred yards away, but it's pretty big.
I think
When you
if
hear
you're.
world's largest, you always think, well, this is going to be really big.
Well, it's because no one's even trying.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's. I would tell you if you're driving around and you're near it, yeah, swing on by.
check
But
it
I
out.
mean,
Check it out.
I don't think we're taking its own trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one last one. The name Kalamazoo
So,
has become a metanym. You guys want to know what a metanym is?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, I don't know.
Metanym?
I'd like to know.
Kalamazoo.
A word that
Am I saying that right?
sounds like metonym. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I was hoping you would know. What does it mean?
A word used in metonymity.
All right.
That's what.
What's a word
That
that
sound like the government made that word, and
Yeah.
that's the voice of the government.
Yeah.
Metanym. You're like, well, what's the word meaning? He
Metonym.
goes, it means it's a metonymity.
It's a figure of speech in which a concept is referred to by the name of something closely associated with that thing or concept. So it's like calling, an example they give here is like when you say the Pentagon, when you really mean all the U.S. military.
Well, in this case, when you hear,
I don't even really wrap my head around
Yeah.
that.
I think this one's a better example.
I think I'm okay not knowing the word.
You've lived this long without using it.
I don't think I need to really know. But
If you
can-
said this guy, that guy's from Kalamazoo, you may not literally mean Kalamazoo. It may just mean exotic place. Timbuktu,
Timbuktu.
Yeah.
Timbuktu to Kalamazoo
Yeah.
means that they're just from some exotic place. So today in Kalamazoo, now they embrace it and they sell shirts with the phrase, "Yes, there really is a Kalamazoo."
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's good.
Well, Bob Seger maybe should have used Kalamazoo instead of Kathmandu in this song. And then rep his state a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He said
We're going to
Kathmandu.
Kalamazoo.
Was Kathmandu a made up?
I don't know. It just seems similar.
Yeah.
Kathmandu. All right. I think we did it.
This week. No, wait.
Yeah, we don't know. What is this? When's this one coming out?
No, this is next week, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, May 12th, 13th, I'll be in San Diego. My first time ever to San Diego.
All right.
At Mic Drop Comedy Club.
Oh, it's gonna be
that's
great,
awesome.
man. That's
That's
a great
awesome.
new club.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go there.
Tomorrow night, I'm in Napanee, Indiana, Amish country. If you're in northern Indiana, come on out to see me at the Round Barn Theater. And then the next big thing I have coming up, May 17th and 18th, I'm at the Irvine Improv and the Ontario Improv. I've never done any of those clubs. So come on
Yeah,
out.
they're awesome.
Well, I'm hoping by now that both of these shows are sold out. But I'll be May 13th at the Bijou Theater in Knoxville, Tennessee, filming a special. So I need you to come there so that it'll be full. I mean, but the tickets are selling pretty hot. So it may be sold out by now, but come there. It's going to be great. This weekend, I'm sure I'll be somewhere. I just forgot to look at where I'm at, but it'll be great too. DustySlade.com.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when this episode's coming out, so I don't know where I'm at.
Coming out the weekend, you go to Michigan.
All right, I'll be in Michigan.
And I
At
think-
Kalamazoo.
And I think maybe Milwaukee in between.
Yeah. Be in Milwaukee, Detroit. I'll be up in the area where these people are listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, weather's going to be nice.
It is going to be nice. They say summers in Michigan are the best.
Oh, yeah. Especially in the up
Winter's
part.
awful.
And this is
in the Uper.
spring, so
Yeah,
it
so
could still be tough.
it
Could still be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But all right. Yep. As always, we love you. And we will talk to you next week. See ya. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the Audio Boom platform. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.